Hello and welcome back to the RaidzBank podcast. My name is Hoyt. I'm very glad to be back here this week, and I'm joined by two of the greatest podcast hosts in Gielinor, Heartless and Poplo. How are you, boys?
Hello. Doing great.
Yo, what's up?
Nothing much. So last week was our Christmas special. Hope you guys loved it. And this week, fitting with the times, is our New Year's special. So kind of year in review, as well as a year of looking forward to, more updates and account achievements. So that is what you can expect from today. But first, we have some housekeeping as we start out with every episode. A little bit of what we've been up to. I will admit, though, before we get started, that this is only a couple days after our previous recording. The holiday seasons are rough, so please do forgive us if there's not much here or we miss some clan shoutouts later. We will definitely get those on the next episode. So first off, why don't we go with Mr. Poplo? What have you been up to this last week?
Yeah. Let's see. Kind of like what Hoyt said, not a ton. I did remax last week, so I mentioned that on the podcast. That's been great. Wearing the max cape, running around again. Basically, now that I've finished sailing on the main, I've parked it back at Herbivore, and I just passed 11,111 KC, so 5 ones KC at Herbivore. So still going strong there. Doing that while I've been playing the group Ironman. Finally got my fletching level on the group Ironman to make a scorching bow. So that's kind of cool, and I'm really close to starting to grind Doom on the group Ironman. So I'm really excited for that. I was like helping one of my group mates learn that a little bit ago, and it got me excited to like get back in there and do it with a scorching bow and take it on with. I haven't really done a lot of bossing in like less than max gear. So it'll be fun to just, it's kind of a really technical boss. So excited to do that a little bit more. And we just also got our first Zenite on between the groups. So that's
GZ.
Yeah, thank you. Other than that,
some of the
go ahead.
Most fun on Iron Man is doing those bosses with the crap gear. It's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for
and it's not really
see.
It's not that bad. I've got Void and Scorching Bow, so like it's still gonna be decent, Yeah. It's not gonna be as good as Void or Missouri with the T-bow, but it's still gonna be good. So it feels good. It feels good to like when I did my Zulrah kill for the diary, I was just in absolutely rag gear, like trying to get one Zulrah kill, and like that feels really bad. Like 1 kill trips. I did that for my Vorkath head too, like 1 kill trips. That feels really bad. But I think I could still like get through Delve 8 pretty much every run at least. So it'll at least be good. And then I'm getting really close to Quest Cape Rex. So just a couple more rune crafting levels, a little bit of Slayer left. So then I will be grinding out the Quest Cape. So really excited for that. Yeah. I'm kind of in this weird spot where I need like Slayer XP and levels, because I think I'm like 61 Slayer or something, but I have a greater demon task, and I kind of want to do tormented demons because the XP is just so good there. But also like I barely have enough shards to make an arc light, so I still need like the catacomb tasks, and I don't quite know when to like switch over to start doing like the like demi-boss tasks, I guess. So I'm kind of in this weird spot right now where I'm have a little bit of like decision overload of like so many things that I could do at this crossroads right now. So I don't know. I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll pull a couple cool drops between now and our next recording, since there's so many options. But yeah.
It's definitely like decision paralysis for the early and mid game.
Yeah, totally. I'm like, I could go do some Doom once I do the quest. I could do Tormented Demons. I also want to get the Slayer XP to do Demonics. I could take this and go to like Krill. We could do some group Krill, try to get a spear. Like there's like a lot of directions that I could go. I could just go finish off my rune crafting to get the quest cape. there's just a lot of stuff that we could do right now.
Each one starts, one small favor as well. No matter what you pick, there's probably like something you gotta go prep. But
yeah,
that's
it's just
fun,
a snowball.
But also,
so
it's like grass is always greener. Because once you're just stuck at next, like Heartless or something, you get
not anymore.
Like, man,
you are at the point.
I miss the days where I had options.
Yeah, you're at the point of the game that's probably the most fun because like all the drops are now impactful, no matter what direction you go in.
Yeah, it's gonna feel good no matter what I do or no matter what I get. It's just a matter of going and doing it, getting there.
It's just best in slot upgrades all over the place.
Pretty much. Oh yeah, that's me.
Very good, Heartless. What about you?
Yeah, not much for myself. Yeah, 2 days ago, I did pull another Oathplate Helm yesterday. So
oh no, wait, I've been just oh no, yeah, how do you feel?
It's fine. Like the way Oathplate works is you need all three. I want all three pieces, obviously, but there is a drop system where if you get 450 shards, you can just craft the piece that you want. So it's kind of like dry protection in a way. And yeah, so I'm getting close. I had 277 shards. I think it takes about 900 KC duo to get enough shards for a piece.
Okay.
And each sort of, you can take extra Oathplate pieces you have. So I have a couple spare helms and you can crush them all for 50 extra shards. So really I have an extra 100 shards. So it's not that bad. It's not that bad. So I'm actually quite close to just making the chest and then being done with it.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm pretty happy. The more pieces I get, it's obviously not money efficient. I could drop it over for almost 200 mil on the main, but it's fine. I'd rather have the chest plate and not stay at Yama for an extra few hundred KC. But besides that, I'm just about to hit 90 sailing, and the Oathplate helm, I've been going with my friend Pump, so we've been having fun doing that. He's looking for the pet. I'm looking for the chest plate.
Very nice. What
about you, Hoyt? What have you been up to? We missed you last week, obviously. We recorded and then didn't record. So where have you been?
No, I've been pretty swamped, so I've not been playing much. I did kind of forget to share that I think I talked about this a few episodes ago, but I'm kind of in the post-sailing arc where I'm getting back into raiding, so that's exciting.
Yeah.
I really want, you guys know I like the Ladlord chart, so I'll show it on the screen here, but I need I need a light bearer and a fang. Obviously I don't need either one. Like, I have better weapons than the fang. The light bearer is goated though, so I would really, really, really like to get one of those. And then I'll be going to Doom, get some uniques, and then get Rigor and Infernal Cape. So we'll talk about that with my goals for next year. But I've been sending some CMs and then some solo TOA, couple duo TOA as well. But really trying to make myself learn the solos so I get better. That way I have a decent reward chance. But there's nothing worse than, wiping at the final room or wardens or something. It's just pretty
it's so tilting.
So yeah, not too much of that. I'll usually wipe early and scrap the run because it's cooked, but I've been doing okay.
So it doesn't feel
just
good.
Check in on me every now and then. No.
Yeah. That's why we're here.
Besides that, I've been going, I know you guys shared, I completed the shipwreck salvaging log. That was cool. So I'm trying to get this Squid Beak, which is used to make the new blowpipes, but it's also a master clue requirement to make a rosewood one. I believe it's rosewood. But all right, so when you do lantern harpoon, you get 2 different types of squid. It's kind of like catching...
What is lantern harpoon?
So it's literally just a single fishing node. It may as well just be called squid fishing.
Okay.
So there's nothing special about it. You just have to be holding a harpoon and a lantern, and you click on the fishing spot just like sharks, and you sit there and wait. But you collect 2 different squids.
Are you on your boat or are you on shore?
You're actually on shore. Yeah, good question.
Okay.
So you're on shore. It's on the islands, which is why it's related to sailing. You need like 47 sailing to get to the Onyx Crest. However, the best one is on the Spirit Tree Island, which is Laguna, whatever. So anyways, you click on it and you wait, and then you collect 2 different squids. One is twice as common as the other, and they both have a chance when you cut them to give you a squid beak. Now, outside of the squid beak, you can use a pestle and mortar on them to create the hemostatic dressings to stop bleeding. But that's only used at like Vardorvis, and they're just like a pain in the ass to get. So,
are those
dead
stackable?
Content. I don't know. That's a good question. My guess would be no, but they should be. If they're stackable, they'd actually be a lot better than I think. So maybe they are. So we'll see. But yeah, I am 3 times rate for the squid beak, and there's nothing worse than going 3x for useless clogs. No, really question what you're doing.
No, they're not stackable, but they're like 4-dose potions.
Oh, okay.
You can get them.
That's better.
Yeah, so kind of, I guess.
Yeah, so you could bring like 2 to Vardorvis or something. I don't know. But yeah, that has been my life. Outside of that, just tons of like holiday parties and work and the podcast, and then
tons of holiday parties.
Plan.
Oh my god, what is your life, Hoyt?
My name is Hoyt, and I like to party.
Yeah, it's truly.
No, not cool parties. I mean, these are cool, but they're family gatherings.
Okay.
And been baking up some stuff to bring to them, so that's another couple hours. So. It's just that time of the year. So I was telling these 2 guys, Mr. Heartless and Poplo, if we can get through these few weeks, the rest of the year, the other 52 weeks or 50 weeks of the year are easy, but these 2 are pretty challenging.
It's crazy. So. It's crazy. For me, these are always the most chill times. I love the break, but just everyone's obviously life is different. So I know some people have just absolutely insane Christmases. R.I.P.
Yeah.
But nice that we could get this one snuck in, because I know sometimes pods take a week off, but not us.
That's right.
Nope. Trying to grow healthily.
Got the whip cracked.
Speaking of growing, we have some clan shoutouts. If you'd like to be a part of the clan shoutouts, join our Discord. Link is in the description in the link tree. And just post your achievements to either the post drops channel or achievements channel. And we try to pick like 3 or 4 at most per week to share. And it depends on when we record. So if we miss yours, maybe just wait till next week. You might just missed us. So speaking of, we have Mr. Ader with the Eye of Iac on the GIM. Big GZ.
That's awesome.
Zranzax with Soup at 52,000 sailing XP.
Yes.
Poplo in shambles.
Standard Zranzax.
Yeah, standard.
Which is awesome.
How many pets she's up
great.
to.
That's a great pet. It's so cute. Pets. I love the Santa hat that they put on it too.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
Santa hat. I think the only pet I have with Santa hat is Vorky, and it's like 2 pixels large. It is so small. Like you can't even see it. You have to like zoom all the way in. I was checking the other day. Pet Rock, of course, has the rainbow colored party hat, but can't take that everywhere.
Oh, that's amazing.
And then after that, we have Cerbig Stew, who gets a weekly shout out. Got his Soul Flame Horn at 980 KC.
Hey, I think this is his first unique, by the way.
That's the first one.
First unique.
That's brutal.
Just absolutely brutal. And I mean, the guy's got his account is so unlucky. He's got like, he's got the imbued heart. He's got the 3rd H helm. I mean, he's had a rough year.
Yeah, let's not mention the 2 Kodais.
Yeah, he was kind of due, to be honest. So yeah, everything's come hard to Stew on the Iron Man, but I'm glad he's finally enjoying the game mode.
But for real though, that it sucks to get that dry anywhere. So hopefully he still has time to complete everything within rate. What is it, like around 1,200?
Probably
to complete.
Probably around 12. Yeah, I'd say
12. Nice.
Meanwhile, I'm on pace to complete it by 650. So sometimes you just
jinx it.
Sometimes you just get lucky, you know. This is the way it goes. Mr. Stu, maybe next year will be your year.
Yeah. Very good. Yeah, maybe next year. And lastly, we have Dice with the Quetzal pet at 417 rumors. What's the rate for that? Is it 1 and 1K rumors or 2K?
1K, I think.
1K, okay. Very good. 42% rate. Poplo, do you have
Quick
that
maths.
pet?
Yeah,
I do.
He got on 1KC, I'll have you know.
I was gonna say, didn't she get spooned or something, that one?
You're gonna hate me. Wait, I gotta find it. What's under Hunter rumors?
Yeah.
No.
The one and done style for Poplo.
Crazy.
Wait, is it minigames? Where is this thing?
May as well be a mini game.
Miscellaneous, maybe?
Other? Oh, Hunter Guild. Here we go. Rumors completed 28.
Holy crap.
I have no pieces of anything else on the collection log.
That's hilarious.
Love to see it. All right. And after that, we will go ahead and shout out our Patreons in the link to the description. You can support the show for as little as $3 a month. And if Patreon is not your thing, do consider listening to a quick word from our sponsors. Hello and welcome back. Thanks again for listening to those. We have another one at the very, very end of the episode, but that'll be it for now. We have no game news since our last recording. So lucky for you guys, we get to just kind of jump right into the New Year special. And I think we have a ton to talk about here with just a few major topics. I checked out like some community chatter, try to see if there's anything I found. Again, nothing but just some memes. I think Jagex is enjoying, just your normal memes. Like someone made Skyrim and the OSRS map like art style, and it looks sweet. Just Reddit junk like that. I don't know. Is there any drama or controversy you guys have seen with streamers or anything like that I'm not aware of?
No, not that I know of. No.
No. I think everyone's just chilling, post-sailing, slump, kind of enjoying the holidays.
New Gielinor Games episode.
Week. I haven't watched the newest one. I need to.
This was a good one.
It's a banger. Yeah, I've been really enjoying it so far.
I feel like all of them have been
always
bangers,
do.
So.
Yes.
Like it.
Yeah, he works like all year on it, so
yeah.
Shout out to Soup. So yeah, why don't we just go ahead and jump into our New Year's topics. So we wanted to start out with what we accomplished in 2025. We still have a couple days left, but I think it's safe to say we can appreciate where we were January 1st of the year. So Poplo, would you mind starting us out? What did you accomplish in 2025?
Have you guys got your OSRS wrapped yet? Did you guys sign up for that?
I did on my account. I use the account I don't play. Got it. Not my main yet.
Okay,
yeah.
No, I haven't.
And that was still 700 hours.
Same thing happened to me. Yeah, it was awkward.
Oh, I hope that doesn't happen to me. I haven't got mine yet. I did. I know I have opted into it, and they said they're gonna send it out in a couple batches. So they should all be out when this episode comes out. But I haven't got mine yet. But I'm kind of excited to see. I think it'll be less than last year for the stats, but that's all right.
Yeah.
But there's been some
definitely go over it.
Some interesting ones. I saw. Did you guys see? There's one on Behemoth. One guy shared his OSRS wrapped, and he on one account spent like 27 bill at the Grand Exchange, and he paid like 4.4 bill just in taxes. Just in GE tax.
Oh my god.
4.4 billion. I have no idea. I have no idea if it was a bot or someone from like a flipping clan or merchant clan.
I mean, if you're spending
I don't know.
27 bill, you got to be in some kind of like, you got to be
It's
on
like,
the markets.
Oh, yeah, right?
surely.
Or I don't know.
It's not even black market, which, I could see it with third age picks, but damn.
Yeah, but you don't buy those on the GE.
Right.
So
Yeah, it wouldn't even show up.
no.
Man.
So I don't know. Maybe there's some shady stuff behind the scenes. Could be some of that too. He found his mom's credit card or something. Little 8-year-old Timmy. I don't know. But
God, that'd be so much money.
That one was wild.
That would be a lot of money. I think you'd
It'd be like
bankrupt
$100,000.
Well,
Yeah.
Jeez. Well, I don't know. Maybe their parents are rich.
I did see, I think rank 3 or someone, Necro, I think posted theirs on Twitter. It might have been someone else, but people on Reddit were doing as they usually do, saying that, this person is clearly a horrible human for playing that long. And
Mentally unstable.
I'll reserve my judgment.
That's hilarious.
For any of that. But Reddit didn't receive it well, but it was impressive to see. Yeah, he averaged, it was like 18 hours a day for 365 days.
What?
So.
Oh my goodness.
Crazy. 18 hours a day?
Maybe it was like 16, but yeah, it was one of those two. Yeah.
Oh
what a life.
God.
It's a 200 mil all.
Gaming.
Yeah.
The lasagna is flowing. Jesus.
Lasagna. Anyways, yeah, I haven't got mine, but when I get it, I'll make sure to update you guys on the pod. But
yeah, if I get mine, I'll
be pissed if I
the
don't get
right
mine.
one.
Yeah. Hopefully by next episode we'll all have them.
Yeah. If anyone else out there has any good ones, feel free to drop them in the Discord. Would love to see what you guys are up to. If you like killing bosses or just spending a lot of money on the GE. Like to see either one. But yeah, this year, I'm going to be honest, guys, 2025 was not my year on the main. As we've talked about a couple times on the podcast, I have been going very dry on a lot of the pets.
I only got 37 pets this year.
I only got 30 pets this year. Only got over half of them.
How many pets?
No, that's not true.
How many pets did you get this year?
Okay, first off, I just want to preface this with, it's not about the pets, maybe it's about the destination, or it's not about the destination, it's about the journey, so maybe it's not about the number of pets, but maybe it's about the quality of drops that we got this year. And so I pulled 2 whole pets this year, the Yama pet and Doom.
What?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, it barely
that's
counts.
literally it.
Doom barely counts.
Damn.
Those ones were easy.
That's literally it. Yeah,
That's so bad.
Okay.
Shouldn't have started the GIM.
Every pet that I've been going for, I am overrate, and some of them disgustingly. Ooh. I'm over. I looked it up. I'm over on Krill, Herbivore, Temperos, Royal Titans, Nex, Olmlet, and any one of the 3 DKs. So I'm on not a great streak right now. So 2026 is going to be insane. But, guys, it's all fine because this was the year that I got my dust. My sanguine special dust. And
what month did you get it in?
May. I got it on May 3rd at 1929 KC. So
it was
all worth it.
Yeah.
And also,
I rescind my statements. You did have a rough year with the pets.
Yeah. Also, who needs all the other pets, when that's the only one that I'm going to be taking out anyways. So,
true.
Anyways, yeah, next year hoping to have a few more, but this year, yeah, I remaxed the main, so that was great. Obviously a lot of group Iron Man shenanigans going on, so a lot of progress there. The group is really starting to come together. Close to all quest recs on there. We pulled Shadow and a Light Bearer, a couple Synapses, and our first Zenite. So, yeah, feels like the baby group Iron, I guess, is coming together. That's mostly what I got for 2025. That's mostly what I did. I spent a lot of time at Temperos. I spent a lot of time at Herbivore. I spent not as much time as some people, but still a decent amount of time at Penguin Agility. And maybe next year I'll have something to show for it. So, yeah.
Very nice.
That's what I got.
Next year's your year.
What was that?
I said next year's your year. Would you say, Heartless?
You guys can hear Hoyt really crisply, but for us, he's a bit of a robot man. So that's if we say what sometimes, that's that would be why.
I thought you said what because we talked at the same time, but that is true. All right. Well, Heartless, would you like to go? You want me to go?
Yeah, I can go. My year was relatively straightforward. So I started out being desperate and down bad at the Theater of Blood because I was dry for the Scythe, like close to 2.5 times or something. So I decided to go for the Soul Reaper Axe, which I had one of the pieces. I went exactly on rate for Leviathan, and I went exactly on rate for Whisper, or maybe a little bit over, but around the right KC, and it was all going well. Only Duke left, the most chill of the three, and then I went 4,600 dry, and that took me 3 months, so I didn't enjoy that. So that was my first 3 months, was basically just Duke. And then after that, I basically took a break from the Theater of Blood, and I decided to spend most of the year maxing. So my entire summer and most of my fall was spent maxing. I had agility, I had rune crafting, I had, I think, a little bit of mining to do at the beginning of the year. And I had smithing. I wonder why I hate all those 4 skills so much. But,
no kidding.
No kidding. I had fletching. I had a couple basic ones, but really just the long and slow skills. So I maxed. That took me ages. I took the slow way. I don't regret it at all. And so I think I maxed in October. And then obviously I went back to Theater of Blood and I pulled the Scythe. And those were my main 2 goals last year, were the Scythe and maxing. And I accomplished them both. I didn't think I would, to be honest. I was hoping I would get one of them, but I got them both done, which I was really happy about. And then the end of the year, I just kind of, got into sailing, and that's been basically my year. It's been quite simple, but I've accomplished some big goals, and I get to move on to sort of different stuff next year, which I'm really looking forward to. Yeah. What about you, Hoyt? What's your year been like?
I think we missed something, Heartless. You and I had quite the grind that we went on that came to an end as well.
Oh, right. That was this year. I thought it was last year.
I think it was this year. I think it was...
I think you're
early.
right.
It was early this year, I think.
Yeah, dude, I completely forgot. When we finished that, I put it on my mind.
Trauma blocked it.
Yeah, Poplo... I was ultra dry at Nex for everything. I was due so many drops. But realistically, it was for the Torva Helm was my last piece. And I did pull that with Poplo. We ended up doing something like 700 or 800 duos or something. Yeah. Lots. And we made something like, how much money did we make?
I don't know.
$4 or
pretty
something?
penny. Yeah.
something like that. We made a lot of money. So that came to an end as well. So I finished next, which was big. I think Yama dropped this year too, right? That was like the other big PVM drop we got.
Yeah.
And I got incredibly spooned there, like halfway through my maybe like 3,500 KC at Duke. I took a break for Yama, got 2 pieces, and then went back to Duke. The dream.
Casual little side
it actually
quest.
makes a huge difference at Duke. So
nice.
Yeah, it was really fun. I got a couple pets along the way. Dead Desert Treasure 2 pets mostly, but it was a good year overall, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. So, nice. Hoyt, what about you? What's the year been like? 2025.
Yeah, so I went through Discord and I filtered the drops and achievements channel by my posts, and I got a bunch of little things. Yeah, it's subjective. Some of them are big, but I got, these are in kind of sequential order. I got the 3 main Cerberus crystals. I got base 90s. I got elite combat achievements. I greenlogged forestry. I got all the Hydra uniques that matter. So no jar, no pet, no dragon throwing crap. Got a ZGS, Abyssal Bludgeon, started and completed.
Whoa. And
a Nox Halley. 99 Slayer, Ranger Boots. I got my first 3rd Age roll for anti-fire potions.
No, no.
At least
Not the
that I've
noted
seen.
potions.
Since I've known.
Brutal.
Yeah. Completed Huey, no pet, but all that other stuff. Voidwaker complete, and then Thameron's Scepter.
Oh yeah, the Voidwaker saga.
Yeah. So yeah, like just a ton of account progress. Like seems like a lot, but also a little. I was kind of surprised there wasn't more, but I mean, for 12 months, that's like one big thing a month. The biggest one being the Greenlock Forestry, right? But
yeah, I'm surprised that made the list.
Yeah. Well, if you know, you know. That thing takes forever. It's like Castle Wars Greenlock. It's brutal.
Truly. It's on Hoyt's naughty list for a reason.
Yeah. So, yeah, out of all those, like, the big highlight would be, like, Voidwaker, but I got so spooned that was started and over in, like, 2 or 3 weeks at most, so it's interesting. It's always weird to, like, look back at everything you did over a year. I feel...
Yeah, it's a lot of work, right?
Yeah.
It's funny because you're definitely not... You're, like, getting into that late game, right? At this point in your account.
Yeah.
So you still have a lot of different goals that you can accomplish in a year, but I feel like my account's more end game, so my accomplishments were basically 3 things this year, but they were all huge, right? They just start to slow down the further you get into your account, I feel like.
Yeah. And these are just the ones that were kind of worth sharing a screenshot, so there's probably a lot I've forgotten here that was big. I still will say no. Actually, I think I've gotten no raids purples this whole year.
That's insane.
What?
Oh, is it this year or last year that we pulled that T-bow together, Hoyt?
I think that was a year before.
Okay, it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Could have been. You could have had a T-bow for 2 years, Hoyt.
So I do have chambers. I do have Ancestral Bottoms and Arcane, and like 200 KC combined. So that's not bad. But that's all I have. So
yeah, this year's got to be your year.
Oh yeah,
100%.
2026 can be a banger. So we will get into that later. But yeah, 2025. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but it's like equally proud, but also like sad. I don't know, bittersweet perhaps, but not really. I just kind of wish I completed more. I'm probably forgetting something, but I thought I got my con cape or diary cape or something, but I think those were the years preceding. So
I feel like you're just a decent purple away from having a great year, though, and that's like part of the RNG of raids. Like if you had seen my year before, where Poplo and I pulled nothing but Nile horns at next when we did it for a year, and I pulled no unique purples at Theater of Blood, it would have been a really bad time.
Yeah,
I basically would have had nothing to show for all my effort. This year just happened to be more fruitful for me. That's just the way like it starts to go in Iron Man near the end, I'd say.
Yeah, I guess I got all my luck with the Voidwaker, which is a great place to get lucky. Especially considering like what I would like to do with my time. Wilderness isn't super high, so but yeah.
I mean there's a lot of good stuff on there too. Like Iron Man stuff. That
Nox Halley and Bludgeon CGS.
Yeah.
All the Hydra uniques. Like this is a big year.
It's
people
a huge
can spend
year,
sometimes you don't always realize how long people can spend at certain bosses, like getting stuck places. Like if you had to go 4,000 KC at Hydra, you could have been there for 6 months just to get your lance.
Yeah, I experienced that with the Bandos crazy dry streak. Like it's crazy what you can spend. I think I spent like 70 EHB there, and some people spend like a week.
Yeah,
and just walk out.
Wow.
So it's a game we play. I was really lucky with like Zulrah too.
Yeah.
Some people get super dry there. So that's it for me. So moving on to 2026 goals. What do you want to listen to, what do you want to achieve next year? And it'll be fun next year. We can go back and listen and just see like, how far off we were, or if we achieved everything. So, Poplo, would you like to start us out?
I'm excited. This is the first year in like 3 years that I don't have to put Sanguine Dust on my to-do list for next year. So
Great.
So freeing. I was pulling up my notes, and it's on my list from 2022 goals. So it's been 3 years for that one.
Damn.
Yeah. I guess for the main, kind of what I mentioned before, I kind of want to, this is like the same goal that I had last year, but I want to get up to 55 pets. I think would be cool. I'm at 47 right now, and there's, of the ones that I mentioned, there's a bunch of them that I'd like to knock out over this next year. So, getting back to God Wars, I like to get the Krill pet. Obviously, going to keep doing Herbivore and Temperos. Those are pretty chill. Those will be, I've been doing a lot of those, like, while, a lot of the chill ones while I've been playing the group Iron, so it's still getting, like, efficient pet hours. But just haven't had anything to show for it. Probably squirrels on there too, just as I'm playing the other account. Want to get both sailing pets. I don't think those are too long, so Gull and Soup. Royal Titans, I'd like to get that one. And this is something that I did last year that I didn't do this year. But last year, I was going for the Bloodhound, and so I stacked up all my master clues for 1 year, and I opened them. and I opened like 300 plus of them on New Year's Eve, like a whole year of master clues. It was super fun. Did a stream and everything. But I think next year I kind of want to do that for maybe like Inferno capes. Like just if I get an Inferno task, then like if I don't get the pet on the drop, just like stack up Inferno capes for a year or something, and then like train them all in. I don't quite know what else. Maybe like, I don't think I'll do any BA this year, but I'm trying to think of anything else that I could stack up. I had a lot of fun just doing that because it feels like you could just get some big drop like on New Year's Eve or like right at the end of the year. So I think I'm going to keep doing, I think I'll do the Inferno ones, but I don't think, can you think of anything else?
That'd be hard for me. I feel like I would like just look back on the 30
Temperos,
capes.
full year of Temperos.
A full year of
Oh
Temperos. I think that
10,000 permits.
I can't.
Yeah, 10,000 permits.
Okay, I could stack up a bunch of permits. I think I did.
No.
I don't know. Maybe I'll do.
Trust.
True.
You'll have fun.
That's true. I can work towards those.
See,
I might.
with master
Trust.
clues, if you get dupe pets, like you still are going for green log. I know you're not a clogger, but like I'm talking about in my head, it's not wasted time. But with Inferno, I would just be like sick to my stomach every cape I turn in after I get the pet. And same with like Temperos. I would be so trapped in my head of like, I spent 42 hours doing Inferno I didn't need to do,
Yeah,
and if I did 42 hours of the penguin agility, I would have had the squirrel, It's like,
Yeah, but
that's
42 hours is kind of chump change. Like, in the grand scheme of a year of RuneScape, I don't know. I don't think it's that bad.
That's a whole work week. I mean, I'm telling your boss. It's chump change.
Wait, I work for you
this week.
You're my boss. What do you mean? you own
Checks
this.
in the mail.
You owed me in the podcast.
Yeah. Clipped it.
Yeah, I think that's mostly it for the main. The group Iron, I don't even know, guys. There's so much. Like, I don't even know what I could get done in a year. I feel like coming from like summer when we started this, like I feel like we've come a long ways from just like a nothing burger account to actually starting to do some bosses. So I don't know. I think I'd like to like have a Bofa, like be done with tormented demons and demonics. Pretty much like raids ready. I feel like I'd like to be, have a couple Warhammers, some BGSs. I think I'd like to be raids ready by next year. Just like ready to just grind a bunch of raids and start getting some big purples. I don't know.
I'd say your raids ready when you got the shadow.
That's true. I can't even wear it.
Oh no.
You can't even wear them.
A goal for next year, be able to wield the shadow in the bank.
Yeah. That would only take like 3 hours of bursting, but anyway, I ain't got the money for that. Not right now. So. Yeah, I think that's most of my goals for 2026. So if I could pull those pets, then I'd be at 55. That would be awesome. So yeah.
Very good. All right. Mr. Heartless, you want to go or you want me to take it?
Yeah, I'm happy to lead the sort of the next charge here. I've got where should we start? I think with the big one, I want to get Grandmaster combat achievements done this year. That's my main goal. I currently have about 90 tasks left, but I'd say about 30 of those are like scurrious and stuff, like stuff that I just haven't touched since it came out.
So you haven't done the scurrious
but
CAs?
Yeah, I haven't done scurrious CAs. I haven't done any of the CAs from like Huey Codal. Any of the bosses in the last couple of years that came out, I haven't
those
done.
mid-game bosses.
Like Muspa. Yeah, all the mid-game bosses. So I'd say there's quite a few easy ones in there, but there's still quite a lot of hard ones. Most of the hard content I have to do has to do with solo content. So I need to learn Colosseum better. I need to get better at Inferno. Those are going to be like two of my main goals this year. Especially as I work towards Grandmasters. I think the team stuff will be less of a problem for me just because I have so many friends who've already completed Grandmaster, so it should be easy enough to find the people to help me out with those kind of things. And that's usually one of the roadblocks for skilled players looking to get Grandmasters is friends.
Yeah, finding teams to do it with. Definitely.
Exactly.
Finding a time, even if you have the friends.
Exactly. Even finding a time and like resetting. But I've got some of the tough ones done, like Perfect Tob and some of a bunch of the hard mode stuff.
That's.
So hopefully, I can find some friends.
If you can do that one, you can do anything.
Yeah, I know. I'm fully aware that I have maybe not the skills right now. I definitely have the ability to learn all the content. It's just going to take me some time, especially with that new stuff. But besides that, I think it's going to be really fun, and I'm sure frustrating at some points. But dude, I like for example, the Doom. What's the Doom one called?
Which one?
The Perfect Doom.
The perfect one?
That's the hard one, right?
Yeah, that one's tough.
Perfect Doom is the tough one.
The speed one's pretty hard too, but those two are definitely the two.
Yeah, Perfect Doom I missed by one tick the other day when I was going just on a casual run.
Oh no.
So I think I can get there. I'm just gonna try to do some of those things first. So that's like my overarching goal. Hopefully I get that done by the end of the year. And then I have a bunch of like sub goals. They're all like kind of RNG/gear related. So I want to get the Everink treads from Doom. And I'd like to finish the Oathplate chest, but those two shouldn't take an awful long time. Should have them done in the first half of the year for sure. Then I'm looking at like Radiant Oathplate, corrupting my quiver, remaxing. Those are some like side goals there as far as account progression goes. And then I kind of have a big one here, and I think Hoyt's gonna like this.
Oh,
Hoyt's gonna like this.
200 mil.
Hoyt's gonna like this goal a lot. I need to do some serious account maintenance.
Okay.
What does that mean?
So
200 mil.
Like no, not 200 mil all. Basically it means I have like 100 prayer potions left. I have, no carom ones left. No cooked carom ones. I need to start bringing back my stacks of supplies back up to their full potential. And for me, because I've played so much and I've gotten so many drops, and because I guess secondaries and everything drops from bosses, but despite what Hoyt says, that he doesn't like it. It's
Hoyt, you're on my naughty list.
I was gonna say
he's gonna go to Zora. I can feel it. He's gonna say Zora or something.
No, I'm just saying that like I have 900 Snapdragon and 1,000 Ranar seeds. I just need to start farming again. I need to go start picking my white berries. I need to start getting charges for my what's the necklace called? Amulet of Chemistry necklace, so I can make more potions. I need to just take a few months of like chill time to put towards like keeping my potion stacks up and like getting everything ready for like Grandmasters. Making Guthix rests, cooking a bunch of food. Like I have 10,000 uncooked sharks.
You got to make a bunch of Rathruns.
8,000 uncooked manta rays.
Dang.
Like I have stuff that I just want to like get through. And it's not an issue of like supplies, but it's an issue of like taking the time to do it, because I'm one of those people who be like, I'll make a few hundred potions, then I'm going to go raid all night. And then oh, I'm getting low in pots. I'll make a few hundred. So I'm gonna like take some time and like try to make like at least 1,000 or 2,000 of each potion that I can reasonably.
Right, we'll see what your stacks are back up to, what your stonks are at the end of the year. Yeah,
that'd be nice. And then the same thing goes for like chaos runes and like, you know, making sure all my rune stacks are nice and healthy. Because one of my super long term goals is making buying a crystal crown.
Yeah, I want to do that too.
Ooh.
They're 200. So currently they're 250 mil. It's pure cosmetic. You buy it from the Elven Land. I've wanted to buy one for years. I had the money a while ago, but then there was a bit of an incident with my silver and stock.
Oh no!
For those of you who don't know, I lost over 350,000 soul runes to Nex.
Ooh.
With a double bank death incident. So that cost me over 100 mil to recuperate all of my runes, and I'm still not up to the stack that I was before. I'm like half of it, and it cost 120 mil or something. So that definitely took a big chunk. But there's this weird thing on Iron Man when you start to get later into the game too. You get a bunch of resources that can be easily turned into money, but they're kind of stuck behind processing. Rune ore is like one of the really big ones. Like you get rune ore from literally every boss. Like everything drops it in like little quantities, you know, like between 2 and maybe 10. Have you guys found that playing your irons?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting some even like from Lizardman shamans. I've got 100 plus just from killing shamans.
Yeah. You pick it up everywhere. Like everything has it on their drop table. So I'm like currently sitting at 20,000 rune ore in my bank.
Ooh. You just need 100,000 or more coal.
Yeah. Oh my god!
Yeah, I've got 500,000 coal. So like the stacks just keep flowing, but you need to take the time to like process all of that. So I need to turn it all into rune bars, and then I need to take those rune bars. I need to turn them into plate legs, and then I need to alch. I'm not actually going to alch them. I would sell them to the general store, like five a pop.
Rune longswords, I think, is actually what you want. They're the best GP per ore or something like that.
Okay.
They probably take longer to make, though.
I'll ping you after I have 20,000 bars ready.
Oh my god.
But that's like, you know, that's like 250 mil just sitting there in bars. And another big one that stacks up over time is Onyx bolts. Have you guys gotten any of those?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, here and there.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm sitting on like 8,000 Onyx bolt tips at the moment.
That you just have to make and then alch, or you sell.
Which is like 80 mil, and then I've got a bunch of Onyx bolts.
And
you have to just like make and sell
alch,
them.
Yeah.
I did my best alching when I was doing agility, but I didn't always feel like it. So I got through most of my like rune and dragon stacks, but the big ones I didn't get through.
So
all in all, if I like process everything, or another one, the third one that's really big, a big tie up of money is battle staffs.
Yep.
I've done so much next that I have all the air orbs, you know, earth. Something drops earth and water. I think Muspa drops water orbs, and earth orbs come from maybe Royal Titans. I can't remember.
Fire
but
orbs
anyways,
and water orbs come from Titans.
You do get a decent amount of orbs these days for
Hairless
bosses,
moons.
so you don't really have to. You'll never have to go out and make air orbs, which is good, or any of the elemental orbs. So that's another close to 100 mil sitting there because I have like 10,000 battle staffs.
Jeez.
So I think all in all, if I like alch everything plus my cash stack, could be like at 500 mil. And if I had that much money, I would definitely pull the trigger on a crown. The only downside would be I don't want to be like left with no money to buy runes in case something bad happens against one of my stacks. You know what I mean? And I need to recuperate, and I can't run the shadow or the scythe.
Yeah.
But I should be good for a while. So I think I'm gonna try and the short of it is that I'm probably gonna work towards processing that gold as well this year, so I can pull the trigger on a crystal crown, because I think it's like something. I know it's obviously not efficient, but it's about fun, and I've always wanted one. So I think I'm gonna go for it.
Is there a color that you want?
What do you?
Or
I'll decide when I
TBD?
pick it up.
Okay.
TBD.
Dude, I just think it.
What do you guys think about that goal?
Dude, I was just gonna say, I think it's just so cool. Like Iron Man banks are just so sick. Like, dude, seeing 500k coal sitting in a bank, like, there's just something about it. Like, just that looks so cool. Like seeing big stacks of items just because you don't drop everything on GE. It's like,
yeah,
it's gotta feel good, man.
Dude, sometimes they catch you by surprise too. Like the other day, I just looked into my was looking through my herb tab because I was thinking about these goals. I'm like, okay, like how many Ranars do I have? How many Snapdragons do I have? Like Torstals. And I was like, oh, look at this. 943 magic seeds. What are those doing there? Where did those come from?
Just like never seen a stack like that in my life. That's so...
It's like 90 mil of magic seeds or something that I'm never going to use.
That is hilarious.
They must have come from Tob and they just like stack up in the bank over time.
That is awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I like during my whole Tob saga, I think I kept all my vials of blood. And I was up to like tens of thousands of vials of blood. That was like my kind of trophy stack.
Yeah, the stacks are really like part of the cool part of the like late game iron for sure.
It's like the best part. I think it's mostly why I couldn't actually. I love the idea of a UIM. I know everyone's gonna throw up in their mouth. I get it. But one of the big reasons I couldn't is because I like collecting stuff and organizing stuff. That definitely, like, I've got the autism where I just want to organize stuff and have it all neatly placed.
You just want to hoard it. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
I don't know if I could ever do UIM, like dropping stuff strategically, because I just don't want to hold it or whatever. It makes me like sick to my stomach.
Mm-hmm.
So
the Loki tile.
I could never do that. Yeah. Oh, don't even. This is a positive episode. But very good. Heartless, anything else you want to add in there?
No, I think that pretty much covers it. Yeah, some big goals this year, but I'm hoping I can get quite a lot of them done. I'm curious to see where your head is at for this year, Hoyt.
Ooh, it's lofty.
I like it.
I don't know what's too much, but shoot for the moon, land on the stars. So I will pull up the Ladlore chart again. So in order, this would be my perfect year. I get Lightbearer, I would get all 3 Doom uniques, I would get the Rite of Vile Transference from Yama.
That one's easy.
A Fang would be nice. And then Rigor, Infernal Cape, and then Max Cape would be inserted here if you're looking. So Infernal into Max. And then I would complete Oath Plate, Ultor Ring, Quiver, and then Master CAs. And that would close my year out. But I don't think Ultor could fit in there. I think that's a crazy long grind. Depends on luck. And then
you got your
full
Oath
Plate.
So
I also don't know.
Bad.
Yeah. But really, the big things when I think about next year, and I think I said this last year, was like I wanted Max Infernal by the end of the year, but I didn't think I could do it. So next year, it's really 3 things: Max, Cape, Infernal, and Quiver. Outside of that, all the micro progression and the Master CAs are just like nice to have, but they also keep me on track. So that's really it. It's a huge year, and then after that, if it's still the meta, it looks like I'll probably go just camp Tob for a Scythe and then take the Scythe.
You think you would go for a Scythe first of all the Mega Rares?
That's the new meta, because you take the Scythe to get the Magus Ring, and then you take that to go get the Shadow.
No, that's not real. Come on.
Oh, that's what the pros say.
That's what the Ladlord nerds say, and those guys are wrong.
Well,
there's no way that you go for a Scythe first. That's just like your
opinion, dude.
That's just like my opinion. First of all, I would never bring a Magus Ring into solos unless I'm so comfortable with the raid that I'm bringing it as a switch for my Shadow.
It's more to have the Magus when you get the Shadow, I guess.
You don't have the Shadow.
Yeah, but then why not just... But you don't have the Shadow, so what's the point of getting a Magus Ring? You may as well just camp a Lightbearer.
The whole premise of Ladlore is, does this item speed up the next item or not? And it's silly, but it's like, it's the reason why like Fang is here, because they think you might be fanging, and why, I don't know, Infernal Cape is so far down. It's not realistic.
You're gonna burn out if you keep following that chart. You need to, when you get to the raids though, this is the thing. You can't just do a casual 1,000 Tobs and hope and like cross the fingers that you pull a Scythe, that's like a multi-year project. Top especially, because the teams aren't always around. You got to chip away at it.
Yeah.
If I was going to go for any of them
won't
first,
actually do that, but it's a nice theory.
I'd go for Tebow first.
Really? I was thinking Shadow first, but that'll really burn you out.
Well, the Eye of Ike is so good now. You can go for Tebow.
The Eye is good.
It's
or
true.
I would work on Tebow / TOA at the same time, probably, and then just the occasional top. I'd try to work on all three.
Yeah.
And test your luck, as it were.
All right, hear me out.
If
don't do TOA.
Okay, Poplo, go for it. TOA's gonna melt. The thing is, the Eye is so strong. Chambers is way more fun. Tom on the side, and then work on the other two a little bit. But TOA is brutal.
Yeah, it is. And if you look at the end of the Ladlord chart, it really is just 3 buckets, and it's like all 3 raids and the uniques. It's none of them actually. The order is completely meaningless. Just doing them all before Torva is really the only thing they specify.
And
how
I
do you
think
feel
Torva
about
is
that?
one of the Torva and Inquisitors are not necessary. Not that they ever were, but they're with the introduction of Oathplate, they are not really real sets that you have to worry about on your account. You can do everything. You can complete Grandmaster achievements. You can do you can learn all the bosses. You don't need Torva. You don't need to touch Inquisitors.
Yeah.
A ZCB is a really, really lovely item to have. Like, it definitely speeds up a lot of the speed times. It makes them more consistent. But again, it's something that maybe when you've got a couple of the mega rares, you start to chip away at casually. Next is not fun to grind, and there's way too many items on the drop table.
Honestly, man, just do whatever just go wherever the teams are going. Just switch it up between the raids, honestly. You'll get
whatever I'm feeling.
You'll get stuff.
Just whatever you're feeling, you got to test your luck, and you'll pull it. You'll pull whatever you pull, and then if you pull Tebow first, like that's what I did. It kind of set my other grinds up for me.
Yeah. Outside of that, though, I think, let's see here. I'm almost at 1,000 collection logs, so maybe getting like 1,100 or 1,200 by next year would be amazing.
Nice.
They really slow down, as we all know.
Yeah.
But I've also been working very, very, very slowly on the Champions Cape. So maybe being like halfway to Champions Cape would be cool.
Okay.
I'm not cannoning, which is the entire point. It's just when I'm out of AFKs, I'll like go park at Earth Warriors and click on them, like, and cook dinner.
You will pull a lot of them casually.
Yeah. So,
dude, that's
my year.
Those are solid.
Those are really good goals, Hoyt.
Huge.
Hopefully pulling a mega rare in there at some point would be nice.
And if I just accomplish half of those, like really just like an Infernal max cape would be a great year. But I think I can do a lot more than that because I don't know.
I also
just the way I do.
I also think that like going for those goals, like you're gonna surprise yourself at how much of a better player you become like next year.
Mm-hmm.
Just like how much more PVM confident you are and stuff like that next year too. So that's exciting. We're getting you. That was a lot of PVM goals that I heard. So
that's
I'm proud of you, Hoyt. Very proud.
I'm out of skilling, sadly.
We're getting them transferred over. You're never out of skilling until you hit 200 mil.
True.
And I'm turning into skilling, sadly.
I'll say it again though. I'm a clogger before 200 mil because, well, that just makes logical sense as well.
Yeah.
And a pet hunter, but I've always been a skiller up to 99. So it's like we always get the comments, how do you call yourself a skiller? You're not max and stuff. It's like, it's just because I prioritize
skilling is a mindset, bro. Wait,
mindset.
We get comments about you not being a skiller because you're not maxed?
They're just, they're in jest, of course. They're just joking around, but it's true.
I'm telling you.
I'm the skiller, yet you two are maxed. So how's that work? It makes sense.
That's a good point.
I am not a skiller. Trust me, I did it painfully. Slowly and painfully.
It's a philosophy thing, yeah.
100%.
But yeah, that's a huge year. And sadly, as you guys know, with my robo voice, some of that is locked behind my internet. And I should be buying a new house in the spring. So I got a couple months on shit internet, and I can't be sending Inferno attempts fighting my internet and solo TOA. So it gets, that puts a wrench in things, but
man, I feel you.
Hopefully in the next few months, like I'm on just gigafiber. I forget that internet is a thing because it's just so crisp. So, yeah. All right, so that covers us for 2026 goals. Was there anything else you guys wanted to cover on that topic?
No, I don't think so.
Don't think so.
All right, so up next, we want to go over all the updates we received this year. This could take 5 minutes or 5 hours, so we'll just have to.
We'll lean towards 5 minutes if we can. But...
Yeah. So first off, we got these are no particular order. We got Raging Echoes leagues ended.
These should be in order.
I did
roughly of release.
Okay, are they in order?
I think they're in order of release. Yeah, starting in January.
Perfect. So we got Raging Echoes leagues ended. I did get Dragon Cup in that. That should have been part of my achievements because that was the first time thing for me. So that was cool.
Okay, so if they come out with another leagues this year, are you gonna do Dragon Cup again, or see where it's at, or what do you feel about that?
Likely, I would say likely.
Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
If it's really bad timing IRL, or if I'm not having fun, then no. But
sure,
I would likely go for it for sure. But part of the reasons I pushed it so hard this time is so that I could feel like I did it once. I don't have to do it again. Mm-hmm. But there's 3 spaces in your house. There's actually more than that, but there's 3 you can highlight. So it'd be cool to have 3.
Yeah, I always wonder about like when you get Dragon Cup, is it like you're like, phew, I did it, or is it like that was fun? I'd like to keep doing that. Like how did you feel after Dragon Cup? You're like, yes, I achieved it and I don't have to do it again, or you're like, yeah, that was a fun grind and I'd like to do it again sometime.
It was definitely like exhausting.
Yeah.
I don't know how my feelings were past that. It's exhausting, but I definitely had fun. I had fun because of the challenge, probably not because of the content, but I did get to experience a lot of things I didn't otherwise get to play. Like, I can't think of what was out, but I don't know, just doing a bunch of tasks in Inferno or Nex or hard mode top that I don't usually go in, but those are all kind of a joke. I think the hardest ones were like the DT2 bosses, so it was exhausting though, partially because I was gone in the middle of it, and if you're gone at all, like, I don't know, you kind of got to be a neat. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So definitely had fun. I just remember being very tired, like bingo tired, where at the end of it, you're just like exhausted from the game because you've been going so hard.
Right. Isn't that right, Heartless?
Oh, yeah.
Most recent
bingo tired.
Yeah.
I know we've covered this topic.
That episode, I was so done at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
We can 8-day bingo.
Stuck it out.
Can we record in 20 minutes? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, honey.
How did you two feel about leagues? Are you excited for another one? Not really. I know we've covered it a bit, but
I mean, we had the gritty, which we'll talk about, I'm sure, a little bit. Yep. But leagues, I didn't really play. I just, I'm in and out for the rewards I want.
Yep.
I loved Grandmaster though, which I'm sure talk about that a little bit more later. So I could see myself playing the next leagues, especially now that my account is a lot more progressed. I'm not like hunting any major items anymore. It's more not casual grinds, but things feel a little bit more slower paced now. I'm not like in a rush to get the Scythe and max or anything. Like those 2 things are gonna happen. I've got the Scythe and I'm gonna be remaxed pretty quickly. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think I would play a leagues next time. But it just feels like a breaking point in leagues for me. Maybe it's around like 30,000 points from like, if I commit anymore, I'm just gonna burn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're doing bullshit tasks that you don't want to do. Like as soon as I get to like some cool PVM, I do it for a bit. I get a couple upgrades. I'm like, okay, this has been a good time. But I'm done now. That tends to be my trajectory, and I don't really expect that to change unless they significantly alter how the leagues work. But it's I know Hoyt, you're
diminishing returns is a real thing.
Exactly. Yeah, you get the easy tasks done, the ones that are like more achievable, and then you kind of tap out.
Yeah, definitely. There's some that were like KC based. You can just math it in your head. You're like, this is going to take a while. I was doing like
don't do the KC
MTA.
per hour. Never go down the KC per hour.
Yeah, turn that plugin off if you have it. It's not worth the mental.
We were just talking about that, like how the worst feeling of like when you get a Hydra task and you're like, mapping it out of KPH and you just know how long the task is going to take you, just don't do that. It just that's how you defeat yourself.
Unless you're an iron. Irons are excited they got the task.
There is a kill per hour plugin, but it's it's worth using, I guess, if you're like curious what your KPH is and you're like trying to figure it out for like math reasons. But to keep it on at all times is wild, I think. To try to like make sure you're as efficient as possible. Oh, I like to just chill, so not for me.
I will say
I like it when I'm learning, but once I hit a plateau, yeah, you can turn that shit off.
I use it all the time when I'm pet hunting. I use it all the time because I'm like, yeah, well, no, it's like I want to know kind of what my baseline, like if the base is like 40 kills an hour, but then like I do a session where I got like 42 kills an hour or something, then I'm like, heck yeah, like that was sick, like I beat it, or like 42.1, like new record or something, you know. So I like race myself sometimes.
Yeah. You know, I agree. I like that.
Yeah. Obviously RNG can change up or down, but I was doing that for like all the DT2 bosses. I was like seeing if I could beat my record, and I would like keep track of my PBs, like my Vardorvis, like KPH, PB, stuff like that. So I had fun with it.
I think part of it is like, this is a game for gamblers, right? We're all gambling on drops. Not that we are gamblers, but it's a game about gambling, kind of. And by doing the math with this bullshit, whatever, kills per hour based on the drop, it gives you this false sense of control. And it kind of eases the reality for me. And then while I'm so stuck in doing the math, I happen to just get the drop anyways. So it's like a distraction from the reality. Is what Heartless is saying, is like, to get the drop, you do the content. It doesn't matter how many hours are efficient for Shadow. You have to go into TOA, and it's probably better to be as fast as you can. That's about all you need to worry about. So it's interesting, just some human psychology BS.
Yeah. But I use it less for raids than I do just outer world bosses, I guess.
Yeah. How I want to go back to the leagues thing. How do you guys feel about the dev time kind of spent on leagues with the short-term bursts and all the content? I mean, I think we all have the same kind of lukewarm takes. There's somewhere in the middle, but how do you guys feel in general? Anyone have strong feelings on leagues?
No, I think dev time for it is good. It does bring a spike in player base, so it's definitely worth dev time. And I mean, like, I don't think they need to do a lot to tweak a league to make it feel unique and fun to play. But it also has a burnout effect on the main game, so they do need to be careful how often they offer a league, I would say.
Very true.
I would agree with that. It feels like the dev time is like well spent for those people who are just coming back just to play leagues and, you know, stuff like that. They always see a nice, good, like what you said, Heartless. You always see a good spike around leagues time. I think they do a good job of like hyping it up too, of, you know, getting people ready for it, new content, stuff like that. So I think they just do a good job. I will say I'm interested to see how people feel about it after this Gridmaster, because it feels like Gridmaster was like the strongest anybody's ever been in the game. And so like they that's part of the fun of leagues, right? Is you just get insanely strong. And so we'll see. It'll be interesting to see how people feel, either if they increase the ceiling again past what it was for Gridmaster, or like how people feel about being a little less strong than they were in the Gridmaster temporary mode. So I don't know how it'll land, but I'm a main game Andy, so I don't participate in many leagues, but I think it's just really good for the player base, really good for the community.
Yeah, I think I'm surprised I like leagues because I am so like dedicated to my account, and I don't really play variety games, and people rag on me because I'm so locked into what I'm playing right now. But for Iron Man, it is my only chance to get cosmetics I really want, so I see it as the main game, just like a side goal thing, like a collection log, basically, like something that doesn't matter but is a flex and can look cool. But no, my sentiment on the dev time, I think it's fine. It just needs to be kept in check. I like that they can test things out in there and get it's like a safe space for them to test new boss mechanics or new item mechanics, and it's also a good exercise for the team to like learn how to code like a Thunder Kopesh. We never had an item that did the things that it does that I can think of, like an AoE type random proc, things like that. So I think it's good overall. I do think it's a short-term spike and reward, and I do think it's not for new players. It's like extremely overwhelming for experienced players. Like I can't imagine someone like starting the game trying to do leagues, even though I know that's kind of the intent. I obviously love them and have fun, but just something that I'm sure they're aware. If you put too much time into a 6-week event, it might not be that smart, but I don't know. Good stuff, though. I do think there's something to say that you get as much of a spike for League as you did for new skill or for an entire expansion of content. So they're certainly not going anywhere, as they shouldn't. I like that they're not every year either. I know you guys said this too, but when they're too close together, it burns you out. And sometimes a league comes up and I'm so locked in my account. I'm like, damn, like really I have to let go and like I have to go do this other side quest for 8 weeks. I know it's optional, but
takes away from the main game a little bit when it's too much.
Yeah. So, all right. Don't want to spend too long, so I'll move forward. Anything else you guys had on leagues you want to say?
Nope.
No.
All right. Then we had the Run Energy rework. This was unpolled, right? And it was just like a surprise. So this was, I think maybe they talked about it, but this was a shock. And I think just overall, I've never heard anyone say something negative or that it devalues agility or anything. I think everyone just loves it.
Well, it's Heartless's favorite skill, so if Heartless isn't raging, then I'm not raging.
I mean, it's silly that it was never like this before, to be fair.
Yeah.
Oh, can you imagine?
Like, agility was genuinely useless. Like, it was just for shortcuts. And that's it.
Can you imagine going back now? Like, we wouldn't know what it was like.
No idea.
One of the hardest parts to get new players in this game is that early game with no transportation when you're walking is brutal. Like, they're like, really? Is this my life? And you're like, yep.
I'm really surprised they haven't put, like, sit down to double regeneration rate or something, like a standing still thing, even with these updates.
The camp.
Oh, yeah, like an emote?
Yeah, like, the sit emote. Like, if the sit emote gave you double regeneration on what you already had.
That would be sick. Go to the bathroom real quick, come back with 100 run.
You can already do that, though.
I mean,
you can already do that, yeah.
Well, you can do that with higher... It depends on your higher agility level as well. But I think it's interesting to think about still improving it even further, especially for the very beginning of the game when there's not many options.
I tell you, man, on a little tip, I made like 1,100 super energies on the group iron. I just use them freaking everywhere. So nice. Good.
You can just buy the chocolate dust too.
You can, and also for that shop, like buy the chocolate bars too, because you can smash them with a pestle and mortar, and you can do it fast. Like just click back and forth on each one. So you can do it fast, and like oftentimes the worlds are bought out, but the chocolate bars are not, and so you have to hop less, and you can still like buy a decent amount of the chocolate bars. It's faster to buy the bars and break them down into dust than like to keep hopping between worlds that are bought out, just only looking for the dust. And then I just literally take them everywhere. It's so great.
And you can crush them in Narda.
What?
Oh, the chocolate bars?
Yeah.
Didn't think of that. The bird nest guy?
You can crush them with the
bird
really?
Nest guy. Noted or?
Yeah, noted. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't even know the bird nest guy existed.
Yeah, I'm telling you, tech is good.
Insane.
Yeah, I remember buying like 1,000 of them and crushing them with the young Wesley over in
there. You go. Shout out.
I definitely didn't know that. That's sick.
Yeah, he'll crush
Okay.
anything. Like
Anything?
Dragon Bones, probably. Yeah.
Anything.
Anything. Anywhere. Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
he'll
in.
crush. I'm actually not sure about the Dragon Bones, but I am gonna go test that because they are annoying to crush.
Yeah.
Wait, Dragon Bones?
All right.
Superior Dragon Bones.
Oh.
You crush them for super venoms or whatever.
Super extended anti ultra
Super
mega and super
Oh, yeah.
extended amplifier.
I think something that you will not make on your account for a very long time. Don't worry about it. It's
Is that
basically for
98?
when you're. It's basically for doing Vorkath post.
It is literally 98.
99,
Oh
99
my goodness.
Herb
Okay,
Lord.
next
I
year
don't
I'll
know
make one.
what other one other dragon. There's a few other dragons. You need lava scales as well to make them, which is crazy.
Interesting.
So
Okay. For the sake of time, we'll keep pushing forward.
Moving
We got Royal Titans on here. I mean, goated. We talked about it.
Yep.
Did we talk about it last week? I don't know.
Yeah, we did.
We definitely did, but
I talked about it last week. It was on my nice list.
Yep.
nice. That's okay. Yeah. Duo, the first duo boss that I can think of, official duo boss. Because it came before Yama. And also kind of bridge the gap in the prayer situation between Eagle Eye and Rigor and Mystic Might and Augury, which I thought was surprising because that is kind of a big buff. But
Feels great.
Royal Titans are great. I like that there's a teleport directly there. The Twin Flame Staff didn't shatter any metas, but is equally like useful.
Mhm.
Which is a hard balancing act. So, and it also has like the cool factor. Like it just looks
Yeah.
cool. So
Shooting the double looks sweet as well.
yeah. Anything to add on these?
No, they're just such a good update.
Dang, I thought that
And we need more mid game updates like this.
Wait
even
a
though
minute.
it's maybe more early.
More
Early
mid-game
mid-game.
bosses.
more mid-game bosses.
No, I'm saying we need more mid
You
game
heard it
bosses
from
like
him.
this that make a significant that teach significant mechanics that aren't just Huey
Hey,
coded.
that was on my naughty list,
fair.
though.
We need more
I
mid game
do wanna
bosses,
say-
Jagex. Come on, bring
Mid-game
them in.
bosses are on my
Where's the
naughty
boardroom guys? Bring them in here. I'll tell them we need them.
You guys kind of slandered Huey. I think Huey's goated with the two alts and the solo strat. Like it's like
I'm not saying it's. I don't mind Huey. I just think it's an unnecessary boss.
yeah.
It doesn't really. There's no real point to it.
It's interesting
Like, I
that
guess-
Dragon Hunter wand is good for Frost Dragons now. It's like the one place it's like meta. That was cool.
Yeah,
Well,
but,
I guess
but
all
before
dragons.
the update, there was basically nothing. There was no relevance to go to Huey. There's no point to go
zero.
to Huey until they buffed it. So
I think the God Dehide needs a buff, not just because I got it for no reason, but because it's a shame that you don't use it anywhere. I mean, Masori's a thing, but I don't know. Just with Crystal Armor and Void being so good for their reasons. All right. I'll move on. Anything else for Royal Titans?
nope.
Okay. We got Mod North as the RuneScape CEO. We kind of talked about a bit about him on the when he got his new podcast on the
Mhm.
Our Greatest Rivals, the official OSRS podcast.
That's true. Our rivals.
And yeah, I feel like we covered that topic. If you want to listen to it, I think it was 2 episodes ago. It's kind of our sentiments on Mod North, but things look like they're on the up and up. Anything you guys want to add here?
Nope.
No, this one's all you. Wait.
Okay. And then we got the Autocast update. Now, did this one just remove the tick delay for Autocast?
Yes.
It removed
Yes.
the tick delay
Okay.
and it fixed a bunch of like if you died, the staffs wouldn't remember what you were casting, or if you logged out or
Oh,
something,
yeah.
they wouldn't remember what you're casting.
Yeah.
Sometimes, so it's super annoying.
What
but it
about
also-
when you brew down?
What's that?
Is the brew down when you lose the magic level? Does that still forget what you were casting? If you try, that would make sense.
I don't
Like if
know.
you, I'm sure it does, because in the game's logic, you like tried to cast a spell that you couldn't cast, so I don't know.
I don't think it loses it. I think it's like, you know, when you try to like shoot a bow with no arrows or something, and it puts you on like weapon attack delay. I wonder if it does. It might do that, where it just like says that you can't cast it, but it puts you on attack delay until you restore your stats or something. I don't know. I'll have to test that at some point.
That makes sense. Okay. Anything else here? Autocast update. I think it's a long time overdue.
Oh yeah, big
time.
Yeah,
nice QO.
Yeah. Okay. And then we got Yama, the second duo boss of the year. And we were talking about it earlier, but Yama introduced the Oathblade armor, which, if you ask me, might be a little overpowered for getting it, but I also don't have it, so I can't talk. I do hate that it kind of invalidated people's grinds at Nex, like you, Heartless. I kind of feel bad for you when it came out, but yeah. So I'll open this up to you two who have much more experience. Heartless, you want to start with your sentiments on Yama?
Yeah, you kind of touched on it. I think the boss is fun. I found the contracts a little bit disappointing, except for the pet contract. That one seems to be balanced pretty well, but the rest of them are a little bit just like kind of one and done. So what's the point of getting so many of them, I guess? Oathplate, yeah, I think it's a little too strong. It makes Torva basically irrelevant. But then again, Torva never should have been on the next drop table. So, and it might get better as more stab stuff comes out, though. The Fang is also a problem, so I don't think they'll ever release a new stab weapon that's stronger. Overall, no, I think it's good. I think it adds like a new pipeline to the end game, and I think that's really good for the player base.
And the drop rate protection was good. I do also want to touch on the Soul Flame Horn, which is, we talked about it earlier, but I'm kind of surprised it's not used more. But
well, I hope it gets used more because I have like 200 of them on the board. But besides my bet on that one, it is pretty. It's a pretty neat item. I think it gives them some new design space when it comes to bosses too, and because you'll be able to bring a Soul Flame Horn into certain rooms, so they can like really crank things defenses up, or phase changing defenses. I think it's got a lot of potential. So great. Neat item, though, not very used at the moment. Poplo, what are your thoughts on it?
The horn sounded kind of...
Or everything overall, I guess.
No, while we're talking about it, the horn sounded like Giga Busted when it was coming out.
Yeah.
But then, like, it just didn't have that many practical applications. I think it's just, like, a little bit hard to use. It's a little bit hard to use, like, in team content. It's not really, like, better than a lot of the other spec weapons. Like, people use it at... for like high scale Olm or high team Olms to hit their Warhammers, stuff like that. So it still has like, I don't know, kind of in the same way that like the Ralos has its niche uses. This still has its niche uses. It's actually really good for melee Yama, like one person Horn and then the second person Elder Mauls. Really speeds up the melee kills, but they also like keep...
If you're being compared to Ralos, you're in trouble.
Yeah, well, and they keep capping, like they've been doing this thing where they've been capping the defense drain on a lot of monsters too. So like you can't, like even at Doom, you can't reduce his defense past a certain point. It's like all the new bosses, you can't do that anyways, and so it's kind of like, what's the point of the horn, like for those things? It would be neat, like for claws, if it worked on everything. It only works on the first hit splat for claws or dragon dagger and stuff like that. So I don't know. Just at this point, it doesn't have a ton of uses. It's a cool item, but honestly, Heartless, I could see a buff coming to it at some point. I just don't know like what situation.
Yeah, it's another thing is they moved away from these defense related bosses.
Yeah.
These defense draining bosses since Tob. They really haven't released too many of them. That's like quite an old design because it's honestly not very fun. Missing your hammer and then the boss being basically unkillable is pretty boring. So they moved away from it quite quickly, which I think is probably for the best. So the horn is kind of in this awkward position where they can't really design anything specifically for it.
Right.
Right?
Not really.
Like, they can't just design a monster with like 700 defense because like it's basically it'd just be unusable. Like, if you didn't have a horn, then it would be stupid and impossible to
exactly. Yeah.
And that's just kind of poor design, just cranking defense to like match an item. So I think maybe at some point they look into reworking it slightly. Maybe it gives you like higher spec damage, but then it would need to be worth someone using over them themselves, just like dumping a claw spec, right? So you have to think about that design wise too. I think as it is in the game right now, it's niche and probably just fine where it is.
It's probably fine. I think they could even like half the spec cost. If it goes like per person, then like if you use it on like 4 people and it drains half your spec bar instead of the whole spec bar, then like you still have 1 spec to use. I think that would be sick.
Or they could remove the tick delay on it.
Does it have it like you can't attack for 5 ticks after you do it or something?
Yeah, I don't even know if it has a tick delay. I assume it does.
I don't think it does.
And that did because skillers were using it to start 3 tick cycles.
Were they really? So it doesn't have one?
it got they changed something. I just know skillers weren't able to do it after like it was like 1 day in the game.
That's funny.
Everyone was using it. That's sweet.
No, it doesn't have a tick delay because I know you can do the horn while you're doing like Dono Fly in Yama. You can blow your horn between arc light hits.
Fair. Then that's probably how it should have been always. So yeah, I don't know. It's okay. It's not in the best position, but I think given how strong Oathblade is, Yama doesn't really need any buffs to its
like it's
drops,
fine.
And it's drop table despite how many horns I have hoarded on it. In hopes that they work out.
Yeah.
I bought it for 2.5 mil, by the way. If you're curious.
What are we at now?
I have like, I don't know, 3.5, so I'm up a little bit. It's mostly just a joke between me and my friend who just decided to buy a few hundred horns.
That's hilarious. I love that.
Just why not? We'll just buy them.
The rest of Yama though, I think we kind of talked about it. Very good. I like the contracts. Some of the most fun duo stuff in the game.
Do you think Oathblade's too strong?
Sure. I mean, I think it's a little too strong, but I don't want to change it. Like I'm fine with where it's at, honestly.
Yeah.
It's cool enough that honestly, like Torva Helm still kind of reigns supreme. It still feels like people who have like Blorva are still kind of like a little bit of like the top dogs. It seems like a little, like I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Of like that still. It still has its place, and Torva still is expensive.
And right, like with Stab gonna be like coming out in the future, and I guess like we're gonna definitely have to do an episode on like best in slot gear and like future of like where it could move, because I have a lot of ideas. I mean, we've been talking Crush, like it's
Raids 4 episode
all over the place.
Kind of.
Raids 4 is like maybe different than best in slot. They're
almost
just like 2 separate.
A little bit of
episodes.
overlap. Yeah.
There will be some overlap, of course. But anyways, I'm excited I'm really excited to talk about that, because there's some like pretty clear direction and pretty clear gaps where they can fill in the future.
Yeah.
Cool. No, I don't have too much more on.
Very good.
I think that's mostly it for me. Hoyt, do you have anything you're looking forward to with Yama?
No, I'm really looking forward to it. I've done a handful of KC, like 10 or something, so I'm a tiny bit familiar. I've watched it, but
nice.
I'm excited to get good at Dono Fly. I don't quite have the mage gear to be like just maging it, but by the time I get to Yama, I would have gotten some dooms. I don't know. We'll see, but I'm looking forward to it.
Nice.
We can move on to a huge one, which was the Combat Summer Sweep Up. This was just super awesome, amazing. They basically just went through and did a bunch of things that they should have done in 2013 or when other things were released. So first off, I have a short list here. They cleaned up Tomes of a Masket, which was very controversial, but they changed the way the purple percents work and the weighting, because too many people were getting light bears and fangs. it seems to be an overall W. So they ended up cleaning it up quite well. They also changed the way that TOA rooms work. So some of them, pretty much all of them, got easier to some degree. However, they tuned it with the purple chance so that you weren't like penalized for doing it on the old raids. I don't know. I thought they did quite well with such a difficult thing to tweak.
Yeah, it feels good. That's when they changed
these.
I think that's when they changed the monkey room to always take max damage on style and stuff like that.
It's still the hardest room in the game. And then Baba, you don't have to red X anymore.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Yeah, how do you guys feel about the TOA changes? Heartless, were you done? Did you have your shadow by the time this happened?
Yeah, I was done. So I missed out on all of these changes, but I heard nothing but good things from everyone who did it. So, and I've gone back and done a couple of raids, and yeah, it feels a million times better than it was before.
Yeah.
So yeah, huge W. And I think even like shadow rates aren't that much worse than they used to be. If you're doing like extremely high level raids, obviously worse at lower level. So I think someone had to suffer, and and it was those kind of mid level shadow raids. But yeah, big W. The raid is still awful, so there's nothing they can do about that, though. To be fair, it's just always always going to be the case, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah. Poplo, anything else with the TOA?
Nope, nothing on TOA.
Okay.
Feels decent to do on your Iron so far, but
yeah, I'd say you're having a pretty good time there.
It's been wonderful.
All right, and then we got Elemental Weakness and NPC defense changes. Was this the introduction of Elemental Weaknesses in June? I think it was, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, because they explored it previously with like the Devil's Element, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So this was
that nobody got.
Wait, no.
Yeah, because it was bad.
I think that was after. I don't know.
I think these were.
No, you're right.
They were in the game. I think
they're gonna keep. They're gonna keep
expanded
pushing. They expanded them. They're gonna keep pushing them. Definitely, this is like one of the directions they want to go with Magic, which is fine. But they're gonna need to add more to it to make it good. It's already good, but it's like, to expand it, they need to expand it even further. I think they need to add more like sets that will give damage based on like fire sets and stuff like that, like they do in a lot of other RPG games.
I like that.
Like a set of robes that gives you like a 40% buff to fire damage and stuff like that. Like I think those are some like low hanging fruits that they can add to the game.
Frost Dragon one shot, be sick.
Yeah, like 1% magic damage, but gives like 20% buff to magic, to like elemental weakness per piece, something like that. There's a lot of room for expansion when it comes to elemental weaknesses. But it was overall great, and I think especially impactful for mid game and early game, where magic is kind of king. So
yeah, nice, particularly Barrows with the air weakness was a meta changer, and I know all the dragon tasks you can now use Earthwave on. So early game you get stuck in this terrible task, you don't have points to skip, whatever. You kind of have an okay option. I still wouldn't recommend doing them.
Yeah,
but they exist. Where else can you guys think? Ice Demon was always weak, so that doesn't count. Is there anywhere else you guys can think that's kind of new meta for weaknesses?
It was things like Frost Dragons, right? That they just added.
Yeah. With the fire and of Earth.
Olm is decent. Like you can use Earth spells at Olm now if you're like low level instead of Ivan's Blast. It just opens up options for different types of accounts as well.
Yeah, we've been running
cool.
Earthwave at TOA for some of it.
It's decent. I've heard it's quite good actually for the lower level raids. Like it helps get you through.
It gets you through.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever gets people making Wrath runes, I'm happy.
You think you have Wrath runes before you have access to a trident? Something's wrong with you, Hoyt.
If you're playing right, if you're proper skilla. Very good. Okay. So that was elemental weaknesses. I agree with Heartless. It's a really cool reward space. I want them to explore further. And up next, they made some loot table tweaks focused on runes, gems, fish, and herbs. So this is the one where they changed a lot of like the fish drops to be like raw instead of cooked, and they changed the amounts and added shark lure maybe.
Well, yeah, they took manta rays out the back and shot them. They're gone now. Have you seen the price of manta rays? I know I'm an iron, but I know all about it. Manta rays are like 4.5k each or something.
Jesus.
They're so expensive. They used to be the go-to fish, but now they're dead content.
Yeah.
They're genuinely dead content, right, Poplo? You would never use them.
Tragic.
Especially now with Bluefin coming out. Bluefin are like 1,000 cheaper, and they give you 5 prayer. It's just sad what they did to our boy.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Hoyt.
Yeah, it's all on you, Hoyt. Wait until they start coming for our secondaries.
Yep.
You should have to pick them up. Well, you should have to pick up red spider's eggs one at a time from the dungeon on Grandmaster. It should not come from Spindle. It should not come from Venenatus.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know if picking things up is skilling, but it is kind of part of skilling. I don't know.
No, what have we done?
I'll say that's the whole game of Brighter Shores is picking things up, and nobody
Is that
likes
it? That's Brighter Shores, hey?
That's basically Brighter Shores.
And
like half the skills are just picking them up.
And that's why 5 people are currently online.
Yeah. Josh Strifehays just today dropped a Brighter Shores review video in his like worst MMO ever series. It's really good. If you're curious how it's living up a year later.
What are his thoughts? Terrible.
Same as everyone else. Maybe not terrible, but like bad and bizarre, and
tough.
They just did a lot of things. Yeah, weird.
A lot of poor choices.
He really dug into the comparisons to RuneScape because people hate it.
But he loves RuneScape too, right? So that makes it.
Oh yeah, huge. And he loves Andrew Gower, so he felt like he could, I don't know, rag on the game without. Kind of like you can do better, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, no, but that's fair though to hold him in high standards, especially after this.
Yes. Yeah. So go check that out.
I think especially games these days should be held to higher standards because they've been slipping across the board, and we just don't get as many good ones as we used to. Yeah.
I think the only critique from the Brighter Shores community on his video was that he didn't say anything about monetization, and Brighter Shores is extremely unmonetized. It's like, as it should, because it's a bad game. But it's like $6 a month.
Yeah, all 5 people. We probably got more monetization than they do.
Half the game is free to play. $6 a month. There are no buyables, no cash shop or anything. So they could at least like pat him on the back for like not being, some giga whale crap game. But he's also hemorrhaging his own money to make it. So whatever.
Passion project.
Yeah.
All right.
Got to turn into a gotcha game at this point. Make the money back.
Yeah. You heard it here first. All 200 of them are going to come to your house. You're done.
Oh, yeah. We're going to turn sailing into the pretty derby. That's how we're going to make it a great skill again.
What is the pretty derby?
You never seen that? It was like a gotcha game that was like hot this summer among a bunch of streamers.
Oh, really?
It was basically just anime chicks running around a horse, and they had like alts and
it's
stuff.
Like,
it was pretty funny.
Blue Protocol, I saw like Blue Protocol was big this year. I think it's like another gotcha game.
Yeah, you know how they go. They come in and out of fashion.
Oh yeah. Very good. We're still on the same bullet point here, so we'll keep going. On the summer sweep up, we also got boss changes to Obor, Bryophyta, Duke, Nex, and the Huey Codal. So they're really just going after anything Heartless was done with, and then they go clean it up.
Yes. Love that.
Yeah. Obor and Bryophyta is pretty cool, interesting. They did it because you had to get KC for like the combat achievements, and people didn't want to farm a key, so you just go kill him now, I guess. I don't know, but positive changes all around. Duke is The prep phase is a little better, and you can like stack
A little better.
A little.
It's significantly better.
a lot better. Yeah, what
Yeah.
they do there is you can stack like
Stackable, so you can
multiple
like
kills.
you can stack all. Not only do all the items stack in your inventory, like so you can do like something like 8. It depends on your herblore level, but I can't remember exactly. I only got to do a few hundred KC, but I think you can do up to like 8 kills without having to move. So you just prep all your stuff at the beginning and then just do a bunch of kills, which is good. So you should only have to like prep twice per trip, maybe 3 times, depending on your herblore level. But before it was like every kill you'd have to take 30 seconds to go and prep. Oof. Which honestly I didn't care about because you could like light bearer and then you could just like watch shows and like AFK. So it was okay. But still, this is way better. It speeds it up by a ton.
Very good. Mm-hmm. What'd they change about next? Do you know?
That's all you, Poplo.
I don't remember.
It says in June. I don't know. It says boss changes. I feel like they did some with the minions and the call.
Yeah, so now the Blood Reavers will heal you the damage that you do to the Blood Reavers. It'll heal you for part of it. And
sometimes we would get stuck on Blood Reavers for like multiples. You'd get multiple sets.
Ooh. Like
4 or 5 sets, which would make the fight go 3 minutes longer.
Yeah.
And it was RNG based, basically.
Yeah, so it heals you now if you deal damage to the Blood Reavers. And then also, it used to be where when you hit the threshold for the next phase on Nex, any damage you do would be completely nulled. Like, that would happen all the time where like we just phase her to the minion phase and then from Ruby Bolt proc and it would hit a 0, which just felt so bad. But now you can proc the minions and then you can still do a little bit of damage to Nex. There is a cap, but it's like a little bit past the phase. So even if you hit a right after the minions spawn, it'll still do that damage to Nex. So it's great. Yeah, those are great.
She used to have invulnerability frames in every single transition between phases, which is and in including like mechanics within phases, which is crazy. So there was over 10 of them per fight or something.
Yeah,
so
stupid.
Basically, every fight you were guaranteed to get screwed at some point by an invulnerability frame. It was brutal, and they last quite a while. So not fun.
Yep.
Okay. And then we got boss changes to the Huey Codal. I don't remember what they changed here. I didn't kill it before June, so
they changed the wand, didn't they? Or is this not? That's not what it's talking about.
Oh, maybe it says boss.
I think
changes,
they increased the amount of leathers you get.
Oh yeah, it used to be really bad.
They increased the amount of Huasca seeds you get.
Okay, some more drop table stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they increased the amount of, or they increased the drop rate of, or decreased the drop rate of the wand, so it's way more common.
Okay. Very good. All right. Next we have the addition of Monster Inspect spell. So this is like the NPC Examine, I think it's called on the Lunar spellbook.
We can skip this one. It's nothing burger.
Yeah, it's free to play. It's on the standard spellbook.
I don't think anybody's ever.
It is a nothing burger, but it is important for game design to be playable and make sense for people who don't look at external sources. Like we see the Mad Season show with his like guide list and alien food. A good game design means it is there. It might not be the best place to find it, but this was a smart decision. But
yeah, we're a very wiki-intensive game because of all the information. But yeah, you're right. It should be playable as like a single-player experience with no outside influence.
Yeah. Even if it's terribly inefficient.
Yes.
So up next, we had the 2 final little bullet points to this section. We had some gear adjustments. We got the addition of this steel ring, which is from the Deranged Archaeologist. Really easy clog if you need one. It's like 1 in 50 or something. It is the best in slot melee defensive ring, surpassing the Ring of Suffering. However, it has no magic defense, range defense, or prayer bonuses. I don't know where this is used anywhere, but maybe your early Group Iron Man stuff, you could use it, Poplo? I don't know.
Probably good at that new boss, the Shellbane Griffin, where you need quite a bit of weight. It's probably quite heavy if it's a steel ring.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know where you just.
That was a weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just spitballing.
That's a weird addition.
It's pretty bad, and I'm not sure why they added it, but it's all good.
It's there.
Yeah. And then we got buffs to the Granite Ring. I don't know. I don't remember what they buffed here, but still nobody uses it.
Range defense. It's like plus 24 range defense. Actually huge, but yeah, useless.
You bring it to DKs or God Wars or anything? I don't know. Nobody's using this.
Bad Inferno runs, maybe?
Yeah, maybe I'll use it. And then we got Ward of Arceus buffs. This is cool. You can actually use it as Cerb now and save yourself a ton of perbots. So this is really like a Cerb buff.
Yeah.
You can also use this at Phantom Muspa. And it prevents... I think that's only if you miss attack Muspa. It would drain your stuff. So, I don't know, but you can use it there. Anywhere else you can use Ward of Arceus. Do you use it at Yama?
You can.
No, you can't. You can. It's not really worth it though.
Use it for contracts. You take more chip damage during contracts, I think.
Got it. And then they buffed the Tenals Ticks of Ralos. I don't know what they buffed here, but
not much.
I don't think it changed anything.
Not really.
Yeah. And then the big one was they buffed Halberds.
Oh, they increased. They increased the Ralos' range by one square.
Wow.
Oh,
yep.
Just one.
Yeah. Relevant.
Yep.
Love to see it.
Okay.
That's what our boy.
That's what we needed.
Yeah, Karma's yelling at us right now, talking about how important it is.
It's so good at Tecton, mate. Yeah. If it doesn't help at Tecton, it's not relevant to Karma.
Catching strays, just driving in his car, enjoying his day.
It's true.
And then the Halberd update was really cool. So you can now use Halberds at Zulrah. What else are they talking about here with the Halberd update?
Aviances.
Anything?
You can hit.
Oh, yeah, for clue scrolls.
Kriara with Oathplate is pretty damn good.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
especially
just
in a
the
group
way it
Iron Man,
interacts.
because you can horn each other and just start smacking.
Yes.
Very good.
It's decent, actually. Yeah, melee Kree's not bad. Melee's
I saw it on okay, this is hilarious, but on leagues that people going as a duo, they kill Kree while the other one just spams Soulflame Horn, so you just have 100% hit accuracy, and they're killing Kree in like 2 seconds.
That's hilarious.
It's good. It's honestly a good tech.
Hilarious. Yeah, it was smart. It was just so funny to watch. You'd just be outside the room, you're like, what the fuck are they doing? And you see him killing it so fast. All right, so after that, we got the big stackable clues. We know that Poplo hates these. I love them. And Heartless, where did you stand? I forget. You were in support, right?
I'm in support, yeah. I was in support of basically everything you said last episode, except for the stars.
That's crazy.
And removing... I needed you last episode. Pablo was on a heater against us.
It was.
That's funny. Yeah. That's good.
I don't know. I just didn't sleep enough for something. I was angry.
No, I think particularly about these clues is cool. It's cool that you unlock more scroll boxes the more of the tier you've completed. So you still have to actually put work in to get the benefit out of them, which I like.
I think they did it as perfect as you could. I just hope they leave it alone now for a while.
Yeah, I don't think you need more. Like, maybe if they add one or two more from like some weird elite diaries, but they would basically need to be very tough to get.
And most importantly, if you want to do the old tech, you still can. Nothing changed. So I think that's good. I was worried about the integrity of the collection log stuff, because if for some reason they change that, I mean, all the people going for the green log clues would be just screwed. So
it should never have been an hour on the floor. That's silly.
No,
I don't know who came up with that. They should have deleted it. They should have deleted it immediately.
Yeah, if you could do it for like one clue, no one cares, but to stack unlimited is nuts. So All right. But within this update, we also got a couple other little things. The spoils of war, which are from Soul Wars, were nerfed. Used
Bots
to
of
be a
war.
big, big
Yes.
botting problem with those. And they used to drop. It also was an Iron Man meta thing. People would go there for their adamant crossbow bolts so that they could make diamond enchanted crossbow bolts very early on. I think that went away, but that was pretty niche tech. Elemental weaknesses were added to Tazar and Nightmare Zone monsters. Minor adjustments to Duke of Warbrio drop tables. Minor adjustments to TOA rooms and monster inspect spell runes changed. All right, none of those are worth talking about. Otherwise, good stuff. Then we got Varlamore, The Final Dawn, and Doom.
So was a great update.
Yeah, let me see. Varlamore, The Final Dawn. We officially got the Talati Rainforest, and all the quests that came with it. We got the Doom of Mokahital. We got Auburn Valley and the Fletching minigame. We got the Custodia Pass. We got a new Slayer dungeon in the Custodia Pass. I think that's what they're talking about. And we got the Twilight Emissaries finale quest, which was the Final Dawn, whatever. So I know I just went through a lot there, but what do you guys want to cover on this? Let's start out with Doom, and then I'll go down the list. So
Poplo,
maybe
you take Doom.
I feel like we've
Poplo has Doom.
I feel like we've talked about Doom quite a bit on here. I think we're all pretty much in favor.
Yeah.
It's been a really good boss. Challenging, but not... they fixed a lot of the annoying parts of it. It was kind of buggy when it first came out. They fixed a lot of the annoying parts of it. And it's got some pretty good rewards, needless to say. So,
yeah,
I think it's great. Doom's good. I don't know.
Yeah, we got like 3 whole episodes on just Doom. Heartless, anything on Doom?
Guys, wait, I was going to say, this is like right about when we started the podcast, right? Kind of the first couple episodes.
This was it.
Right around
Varlamore.
Varlamore time.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Doom was our first boss. He's our guy.
That's right.
Yep.
We love Doom here around here. Yeah,
Heartless,
nothing to
add?
add. No, not really.
Okay.
It's we've been over it. It's a good boss, and it can be done at different skill levels, and you can still reap the rewards. So I'm a fan of it.
Okay. Well, then maybe we talked about this last episode as well, but anything you guys want to add on the Auburn Valley and the Fletching minigame? It's goated. We all love it.
Is it Auburn Valley or Auburn Vale? I can't remember.
They put Valley on this, but it is Vale.
I think Auburn. I think Auburn Vale is in the Auburn Valley.
It's the town? Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, it's great. The rainforest, the whole expansion. It looks great.
The crab.
So
yeah,
they knocked it out. They knocked it out the park. The crab. Yeah, it's unbelievable as far as updates go in region wise and like aesthetics.
True. I forgot about the crab. It's nice you don't have to do Nightmare Zone. Nightmare Zone is still better for longer AFK, but you get more XP at Crab, from what I've observed. But it's 20-minute AFK versus 10-minute at the Crab, so interesting. Okay, and then the rest of the stuff, yeah, it all looks cool. Custodia Pass, this and that. We got the Defender for the Pures with the new Slayer mobs, the Custodian Stalkers. So, all right. Anything else on Varlamore Final Dawn? I mean, I think it's beautiful zones, good content. Anything you guys want to add here?
No.
Okay. All right, pet insurance rework. Talked about this last episode. It was on Poplo's nice list.
Yes, it was
very good. I think we would all just agree it'd be cool to not have to go to Probita to recover it. I think maybe just being able to talk to a banker. I understand not being able to recover it anywhere and everywhere, just to keep the thematics, but even then, who cares? And then Gridmaster came out. We also talked about this for a few episodes. We're seeing a trend here, but we are getting towards after we started the podcast. Grandmaster, I personally, I loved it. I do feel like there's a lot they could learn from. I'm sure they'd agree. It was almost too fast, and a lot of the rewards you didn't even have time to use because you were done when you got them. So I think if they can find a way to change that, that would be cool. But I do love that they're figuring out how to put a bingo system in the game, because it is a ton of work to do it outside of it, and it has a lot of problems with integrity and honor system that it would solve by just having the game check for you.
Totally.
So, Poplo, you want to add anything on Gridmaster? I feel like you didn't get to play it much, did you?
Not really. Nope, I didn't do too much of it. So,
Heartless, you completed it though. What did you think?
Yeah, it was a great update, a nice little trial, and hopefully leads to more, I would say, in-depth projects.
Yeah. Very cool. I like that they're doing like Leagues Light. Instead of having to be a whole big thing, they can just give us a little bit to chew on. And I think it did exactly that. Kind of placated the people begging for the next Leagues and bought them some time to focus on what matters, like sailing and delivering a better Leagues next year, maybe. I would assume. All right. Anything else on Gridmaster? You guys good?
I'm good.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. And lastly, for this long list of 2025 updates, we had this tiny little thing called Sailing, RuneScape's very first skill. If you want to hear all about our takes, we've got 3 long, in-depth, arguably 4 episodes just on it right before this. So go check those out. Overall, just so you know, with what you need to know, we all think it's goated, but Poplo hates it. So yeah.
What can I say?
Yeah, we've definitely beat that dead horse into the ground, so we'll move on past that. All right, so that wraps it up for the 2025 updates. Up next, we have what's coming next year. So this is just based off of the most recent, what do they call it? Summer Summit, I think, was a recent one. There will be a Winter Summit, but I think it's next month, maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
So we don't have it yet. So we're going off of very little info, because they do have to be smart and conservative with what they tell us is coming, because they don't really know.
This was on the roadmap, I think, from the Summer Summit.
Yeah, RuneFest 2025, Summer Summit.
At the end of the roadmap here.
Yeah, so first, what we know we're going to get is Deadman 2026, and that is coming in January. Pretty sure. Let's double check here. It is what's it? They did. Is it Annihilation? Okay, yeah. Deadman Annihilation. It starts 30th of January, so the very end.
Oh, gotcha.
And it ends the 20th of February. So you have that to look forward to. We covered that on a previous episode. They're doing a couple of new things, but most exciting, they're changing the way, like, you don't lose your bank when you die now, which was a huge gimmick of Deadman. A lot of people had issues with, because it's just prone for, like, abuse, and it feels bad. So this one should be, like, one of the best ones yet. They're trying to make it pretty approachable for people who aren't, like, sweaty PKers. So it should be fun for everyone. Poplo and Heartless, I know we talked about it, but both of you looking forward to try Deadman?
Yeah. I'm planning on doing like some PVM and, barrows and stuff like that. Trying to get some points, have some fun. Avoid PKers. Yeah. I'm not going to be PKing, but, hiding from them and getting drops. Hopefully it's enjoyable.
Same.
Yeah, I'll give it a try.
Poplo, what about you, Mr. Main Game? You gonna try it out?
I think I'll give it a try. I've never done... Well, I think that's the best part of this, is that the last Deadmans, is they have felt really bad. Like, I don't want to log in because, like, going in and losing stuff from my bank is, like, the worst feeling. Like, I don't mind it, take whatever I want out in the wilderness. It feels like the wilderness where you can take whatever you want to risk out. So, This will feel better.
Yeah.
For sure.
The only thing will be like, and you won't have to maybe use that 90-minute. Usually there's these like locked worlds, and you won't have to use the 90-minute time, like immunity timer when you get to a new combat bracket and new world, as effectively maybe as you did before. Because I know I just messed up a bunch when I would have messed up a bunch with that. Getting certain quests done or being ready to move on to the next bracket takes quite a bit of planning, more planning than maybe I want to do in an event like this.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm curious to see where it lands, but yeah.
Very good. So that is Deadman coming up at the end of January. After that, we know we are going to get Blood Moon Rises, which is kind of the name of the expansion or collection of updates. What will this contain, though? It says early 2026, so I'm sure in Q1, probably after Deadman, I'm thinking maybe early March, end of February at the earliest, maybe. We'll get a Grandmaster Vampire finale. The storyline kind of left off with some loose ends. So Mod Ed is excited to wrap up the vampire storylines. This will be taking place in a new zone called Vampyrium, which is home of the vampires. And more to be revealed soon. However, they did pretty much confirm there's going to be a collection of bosses coming with this. I think in the vein of like DT2, where we get like maybe not 4, but maybe like 2 or 3 bosses. So I think, personally, my conspiracy is they're going to fix the blood shard problems.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, that can
so
definitely...
they'll probably have a lot of
low-hanging fruit
sources from that. Maybe even like some skilling way to get them that isn't thieving, and I don't know.
The thieving currently takes way too long to do, and it's very RNG based.
Yeah, I've heard you've gotten really unlucky while we record. You still don't have one, do you?
I've done 14,000 pickpockets while we've recorded.
Oh my god.
Which is
what's the rate? Like
1 in 5k to get 2.
5? Oh.
Yeah.
It's
quite brutal to get the double.
Rough.
So anyways, a bit rough, but yeah, they're definitely gonna they did a game jam on that jelly where you could like put, vials of blood or theater of blood items worth a certain amount, like extra vernix, into this jelly, and it will spawn and then drop a number of blood shards based on like the value of things you risk. I almost certainly think that they're gonna bring that into the game.
That'd be cool. I just don't want it to be
it was
blood
a mod arcane.
runes.
I don't think it
want
will
it to be buyable.
I don't think it's going to be like that. They mentioned like, extra vernix. It's mostly like to help Iron Man, I would say, but anyone else, it'll sort of like balance the market of blood shards.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely for irons, it's like probably the single most unsustainable item in the game, I would say.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to stay on top of it. Like if I want to use it for a blood shard will not last me very many Coliseum runs. So if I have to just use so many hours of thieving for like every Coliseum run, if I want that, like quality of life to heal up.
Yeah.
It's really tough. So yeah, I'm almost certain that they're going to fix it though.
Very good. What else do you guys want to see from Vampyrium without going into too much crazy depth? We'll be getting some bosses. I'm sure, Poplo, you want to see a couple of new pets that maybe are not
sure, yeah.
too hard to
Top
get?
2?
I don't know. Top
2, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they're gonna, like, I don't know how they could do this. Maybe they'll add it to Slayer or something, but, like, Vampyrium, like, from the lore is all about the vampires, the Urasa, and the Nilos. Those are, like, the 3 main things that live there. So I'm thinking...
What's the second thing you said?
The Urasa. That's, like, the Zarpus, the bats.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So I feel like they got to do something with like those 3 things, which I don't know how they're going to separate it from like Theater of Blood, since there's like a bat boss there and a Nilo boss there, but I could see them doing something along that lines. Also, here's a hot take, guys.
Be like their sister, you never know.
Yeah. The queen. Hot take. New reward coming from there. I'm thinking ranged Blood Fury. Thoughts?
Very strong.
Very strong, but
maybe.
Why not?
It would have to be quite a bit weaker strength-wise, but yeah, I'm into it. See, I have a couple ideas for rewards I want to see. One of them is definitely like Vampire Bane. Like a Vampire Bane weapon. That's quite strong. Specifically, obviously, against vampires. I think that'd be cool.
Better than the flail.
I like that.
Yeah, the other thing I would like to see is a way to upgrade Justy.
Yeah.
So
I was going to say a way to upgrade not only Justy, but the Sang and the Rapier, because they all need help.
Yeah, they're in quite a bad spot. I heard I think I saw it in a video, but someone mentioned combining Inquisitors and Justy in some kind of like forge because they're both from the region.
Ooh.
I like that idea. That would be pretty cool, but I think Justy needs love. It's currently pretty useless. And Inquisitors is like okay, so I'm not like as worried about it. But yeah, just some way to upgrade Justy would be cool. Theater of Blood is old enough now that I feel like having upgrades from that is not that big of a deal.
I think combining them makes perfect sense. I'm in. I think Inquisitors does need help because it's so hard to get. I know it is used, but
not really.
I would like to see it used.
Like barely.
Yeah, it's especially less with the Oathblade and whatever Torva. I don't know. Soulflame Horn, the specs, changes to chambers. Yeah. So. Very good. What I think some way to improve like Rapier Sang would be cool. I think just some fun bosses that are like, I think DT2, I mean, it's hard for me to say. Leviathan was really tough for me to learn, and there's not much reason for me to do it without like T-Bow, and I don't need the ring and stuff. But I want to see some bosses. I was gonna say around the DT2 skill level. I'm also thinking like maybe even a tiny bit easier. It's like with crappy gear and stuff, Ardorius and stuff is pretty difficult. But I'm not ready to like die on that hill. I think they're not that hard.
Yeah,
but
I think we're also ready for some like bleed damage stuff too, like to increase bleed damage, like multiply it or something.
Yeah. As far as reward space, like I said, buffing all of the drops in Tob that aren't the Scythe or Vernic would be cool. And I don't know, as far as reward space outside of that, we'd have to have a whole other episode of like what is available. Because I'm not totally sure. That's a tricky question.
Yeah, I just feel like with Vampyrium, like bleed and siphon mechanics just make sense thematically.
Yeah. And I like how the Sang is balanced around its siphon, not around like its damage. It is, there's a reason no one uses it, right? But I think it's cool to have that different layer of, yeah, it's worse DPS, but I get more, I have to bring less supplies to Ulm, or there's like a third layer of balancing. I think is cool. So, yeah, looking forward to that. Bleed would be cool, and blood shards are low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else with the Grandmaster Vampire Quest or Vampyrium?
No. I think it'd be cool. Yeah.
All right. Then we have Raids 4 has been confirmed for next year, and it has been confirmed it will be a boss rush style. And it has been confirmed that it will not be a sailing raid.
What?
And when I say that, I mean...
Poplo. It's not going to be sail. It could be sailed too, but it won't have sailing in the raid.
What? Who said that?
Yeah. Mog Kieran said it during the Summer Summit, and he just said that we think it's too early. There's too much overlap in development time, I think, is the real reason.
All right, Raids 5 waiting room.
They've been working on it for a while. They must have been. So
yeah, they've been working on it. So I think after Yama, the PVM team all went to Raids, or after Doom.
Well,
so
sailing is still dead to me.
I'm 1,000% on board. It's going to be the cursed Archipelagio, and you're going to have, I don't know, 77 sailing to get there. So PVM Andes, go ahead and start leveling. Start Tears of Gothics every week. You might get there.
Do the quest first, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll do a big episode, or
We'll do a big one.
Raids 4. So we won't get too deep into it now, but yeah, this is something we're all looking forward to here.
Yeah, we'll probably have way too many episodes on it when it comes out, and that'll be the fun part. So I'm really excited for that, even as a non-raid enjoyer. I hate to say.
Just trust me, once you get your first T-bow, you'll be happy.
Yeah.
Everyone's a raid enjoyer, they just don't know it yet.
Yeah. Interesting. All right, and then the last big question is, what would you like to see in 2026? I feel like they covered all the bases, except for maybe some good skilling, but we did get sailing, so.
Yeah, we're desperate for a raid, for sure. But,
yep.
But overall, I like this list.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's promising.
Poplo, anything major? No.
Maybe a new skill if they get around to it. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh, no.
Shamanism, yeah.
Shamanism.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
No, I think it sounds exciting. What they got so far. It'll
that
be interesting to
like
see more.
Big.
It'll be interesting to see more what they have at the Winter Summit here next month as well.
Yes.
I'm sure that's just gonna stir up a ton of hype around everything.
Yes, super excited for that. All right. Lastly, we just have a section here for podcast goals. So we've been running since August 1st, which I believe we're around like 120 days. I think on Spotify we've got like 450-ish followers, which is probably our most. And then YouTube, we've got 150-ish subscribers. So I think cumulatively, if you add up all our plays everywhere, we're like, I don't know, it's really hard to say, 30 to 50,000 plays. It's tough to say, but as far as like goals, I really want to see the YouTube grow to well over like 500 subscribers. I think that's very reasonable. Spotify, I mean, we keep averaging a couple followers a day, so if we do that, that's another 1,000. I don't know, I'm not huge on the numbers. They're cool I really just want to see continued growth. I don't have a goal for numbers as long as we're growing. The scary part are the plateaus or the dips. So yeah, I don't know. It's always a passion project, but what do you two think? Poplo, any podcast goals?
Honestly, I don't really have any major podcast goals. Like you said, this has been a passion project. It's been super fun. Guys, I feel like just like starting was like the hardest part. Like, are we going to do this? Like, all right, yeah, we've
been talking about it for years. And my newbie podcasters. It is fun when you get into it though, right? But
totally.
It is a time commitment. It's definitely a time commitment. And we're still, I think my goals would be us to like work out our consistency, but it's something that's going to come with time. And if we stay consistent and we stay quality, which I think we've done a good job of, the growth will follow. So I'm pretty happy so far with how things have been going for us.
Yeah, I do have two goals I thought of while I was listening, and one of them is I'd love to have 52 episodes next year, minimum.
Ooh.
But that's just one a week, and maintaining what we've done. And it's tough when you get weeks like this with the Christmas and New Year's and everything leading up. But after that, I'd like to do some more guest appearances or interviews, both of those.
Yeah.
So trying to figure that out. Those
definitely,
would be my goals.
We don't want to turn into Sebe and like step on people's niches, but it would be nice to have the occasional guest in just for like a change of perspective.
Totally.
Yeah, I don't think he's worried about us either.
No, not that. But it's just like that's... Like, just our style is different than just interviewing, but I agree interviews would add an extra element once in a while for sure.
Or just, like,
I think about this, and I think...
doing our thing. I was going to say, just, like, doing our thing, but having a guest on or something. Always helps to get another opinion.
I think there's so much room, like... All right, on one hand, our audience potential, the ceiling, is super small, because we're... like a niche OSRS game, you have to play like 1,000 hours to even know what we're talking about most of the time. So super small, but I think there's so much room in this area that is like untapped, that there isn't really competition. There is, because there's only so much you can listen to per week, and there's a lot of weekly shows, but it's like I run out of content frequently, and I listen to like 3 podcasts. I listen to XP Waste, I listen to All the Sebe, and then I started listening to Based After Dark and really loving it. So
really,
I just think there's like a lot. There's just like a lot of room. I'll still find myself like empty and wanting to like find new episodes or new shows to listen to. I listen to some Boon Babe as well. They're good. So, but yeah, it's just me kind of thinking out loud that like you're talking about don't want to step on people's toes. I think it's kind of impossible. I think.
Well, yeah, I didn't mean it in that sense.
It was a joke.
His creative niches that and like overlap. Obviously, audiences can overlap. Like I imagine we have quite a bit of overlap with XP Waste, especially since we're like,
oh yeah,
I call us sister clans, but we have like we go back with them with Michael and Oxy. Like we know them quite well, and we've always, even before we started the pod, had quite a lot of filtering between the 2 clans. Like people would come between each other for like events and stuff like that. So there's definitely like a connection there already. But yeah. I think it's, you're definitely correct. What it is only so big that you can get, but overall we've had a great start. So can't wait to hear it. Another thing about podcasting, we obviously are doing it because we like listening to them, and everyone out there who's listening right now also likes listening to podcasts. When you find the podcast you really like, that's just like, I do the same thing with like my soccer ones and stuff. That's all I want to listen to is just those people talk, and I don't really care what it's about. I just want to hear them talk more. And there's obviously only so much they can put out, but I feel like if people are enjoying this podcast, then they'll keep coming back every week, and that just tends to be how it is with pods. You can go on and off of people, but the habit forming is key for sure. Like you get us in your ears every Monday, and if you got a long commute, then you got us both ways, or maybe some people get to stretch us out until Wednesday if they have a shorter commute. So. Yeah. I think us being consistent with the drops have been good. So can't wait to keep it up.
And
the length
just
of
the last thing with
they're getting longer. Here we go, another 3-hour incoming, dude.
Yeah. The last thing with like interviews and guests is it is tricky with us having 3 people. Yeah. But it's really nice when like last episode I couldn't hop on, but you 2 could. So we have like not grass is always greener, but there's a balancing act of it's harder to get guests when you've got, like, realistically we can't have 4 people on a podcast. It would be crazy. It's already hard enough.
Isn't that what Based After Dark is? And isn't it just like Tasty and all the boys just chatting
everybody
all day?
On the
isn't it like 8 people just going,
the ones I listen to, I think
prison
have
Joe
3.
just ripping in the background.
I feel like they always have 3, but maybe they have more.
When they first started, there were so many of them.
Way too much.
And I tried listening once. I was like, they're just all yelling over each other. It's hard enough
I
with
don't know.
3 people.
Yeah, I've been listening to the last few, and it's just I think 3 of them generally. So I wouldn't like that either. So all right, that was a lot of yapping. Anything else with podcast goals this year? You guys are for 2026.
More patrons, so it's not just Mikey getting his questions in every week. The guy needs some competition, guys. Come on, he's got unlimited reign right now to our patron question of the week. He's basically the 4th host at this point.
Dart 41 did get some questions in.
Okay. Thank you, Dart.
We are
Thank you.
saving it for next week though, because it's a juicer question. And Mikey had one from last week that actually fits the New Year's resolution. So sorry, Dart, but next episode we got you on your question. So that's a good transition here for our 2 Patreon shoutouts we have right now, which is Mikey and Dart41. If you want to be a part of this, check out our Patreon in the description below. Different tiers unlock different things like shoutouts or our Q&A chat. We can ask up to 3 questions a week for us to answer. And we have this question for today. Mikey asks, do you have a New Year resolution, and did you achieve anything in 2025? So while you guys are thinking, I'll just go ahead and go. I assume this is kind of like IRL. I have a lot on my IRL list next year. It's like a house, a wedding, and probably a new car for the fiance. So that's like huge.
Boy.
If I can just accomplish two of those, would be
Hopefully marriage.
great.
Yeah.
Definitely marriage. And but it's like the wedding thing is like, if it doesn't happen at the end of next year, it's like we'll be bummed, but it's not the end of the world. But we should be able to make it happen. So with venues and stuff. So my resolution is kind of a cheap one, but it's really just like accomplishing those three things and like staying sane, because that's a lot for any human to figure out in 12 months.
That is a lot.
So that would be mine. And did you achieve anything in 2025? No, I did. I started my master's program, I think, in 2024, so it doesn't really count, but I continued that. And then I also did a 9-hour move between different states, which was a crazy thing with a U-Haul and packing, very stressful. So I'll call that an achievement, because that's a superhuman feat to do without a moving company. So we definitely can't afford those. So those are kind of my achievements, more like life landmarks. I don't know. Poplo, would you like to go next?
Sure. I feel like the question, did you achieve anything in 2025, just makes me feel bad. Like,
we started a podcast.
Yeah, we started a podcast. Like, I don't know. Like, in the last couple of years, my wife and I have just had a lot of like moving parts to our lives, like moving states, starting new jobs, like everything since we've been married. And so we've actually just really liked just the weekly rhythm that we've settled in. And so I don't know, we have kept doing that. I think that's been great. I would say the goal for 2026, just with the nature of farming and stuff like that, summer and spring gets really busy for me, and I've kind of been slacking on the physical health side of things. So I think getting back into now, I've kind of know my routines. I've been doing this for a little bit, and sometimes I can use that as an excuse to not go to the gym or not go for runs and stuff like that. And I think getting back on that, my wife is really good about that. But getting back to that, I think, would be my 2026 goal. No specific things to follow that. I'll leave it open-ended. But I'd say that finding a good rhythm to take care of myself as well. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
I did have one little thing, and then I'll pass it to you, Heartless. I started, I got really good this year. I had to go back to the office because I moved back home, and I pack my lunch every single day. I haven't bought lunch a single time. And I used to buy lunch like a few times a week, $8, $10 here, $12 there. And it adds up. So that's been like a thing I've always wanted to be good about that I finally did. Just pack a sandwich and snacks. So I'll pat myself on the back for that. But Heartless,
nice.
What about you? New Year's resolution, and did you achieve anything?
Did I achieve anything? Let's think about
besides
this.
starting a podcast.
Besides starting a podcast, work-wise, I want to move up towards being a principal eventually. So this year I made some good moves. I was like became the teacher in charge and started like taking on more responsibility. So that's been pretty fun. And I think I'll be able to I got to get my master's done at some point in the next couple of years. And then I'm going to kind of go on the path towards that. So career-wise, everything has been good. Still loving my job. I mean, not everyone does. So
yeah,
that's a bonus. Like, I actually look forward to going to work like pretty much every day. So I want to keep that going this year. It's been a good vibe the last couple of years, especially with the school that I've been at. It's been a really good one. So I want to keep that up. I guess what else did I accomplish last year? Not much, dude. Honestly, I did I got into meal prepping, which I think was like the ultimate next step on the gym arc.
Nice.
So like I already told you about the breakfast stuff, so like started that at the beginning of the year, and then like when school started this year, I started the meal prepping stuff. So lunches, I eat a lot of the same stuff every day, but it's always pretty good, like macro wise. So happy about that. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I accomplished. Nothing crazy.
You started using a password manager?
Yeah, the password manager. That was a few years ago. No, it's just I had quite a happy year, so I'm really looking forward to
Good.
keeping it going. I know life isn't always that way, so I'm just trying to appreciate it while I can. I am getting goals for next year. I'm getting married in the summer, and we're going on a honeymoon to England.
Ooh,
partially because
Nice.
all my family's from England, so it's a bit of, it's partially honeymoon. We'll do part honeymoon, but part also visiting the family. Because there's lots of family that want to see us and haven't seen us in 9 years. So that's the plan for next year. So family, honeymoon, and starting at least applying to the Masters next year to sort of push the career stuff forward. But those are the goals. So
Nice.
That's great.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Lovely.
All right. And yeah, I like what you said. Some years, it's just nice for things to be like, I'm not going to say normal, but
simple.
Like when you're content in life, it's important to realize that that's a special thing, and it's fleeting. But all right, I'll stop with the existential stuff. But
wise words.
Thank you. Save us.
Yeah.
I want Poplo back hating on sailing and telling us how terrible it is.
All right, that's the podcast goal.
That'll put our life
hate.
that'll put our life into perspective. How much Poplo hates sailing.
That's what I'll do. I'll try to cause more hate and discontent between you two this next year.
There we go.
I'm too passive, guys. I'm tired of being the peacemaker.
Content farming.
I'm gonna ruffle some feathers.
You can't break me and Hoyt up. We're too powerful of a combo. We actually do get quite not mad, but we do disagree a lot. We disagree a lot.
It's usually you and Poplo versus me.
I know.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm flipping.
I'm the one. Depends on the day.
I'm the one who's flip flopped in the middle. It's never me versus both of you. Maybe we need some of those this year. You two ganging up on my opinions.
We'll add it to the list. All right. Anything else on the year resolution and achieving anything?
No.
All right. We will catch you guys right after this short sound effect in the chest room.
All right. Welcome to the chest room, everybody. This is a segment at the end of the podcast where one of the hosts just gets to surprise the other two with any topic, game show, pretty much anything. I'm your host this week. I'm Poplo. And
I hope they know your voice by now.
Hey, some people I don't know. Some people have said
they don't.
It's hard to tell. Sometimes.
Really? Okay, I respect it.
I don't know.
I guess it takes a while to get to know the voices.
That's true. Who knows? Maybe this is not someone's 23rd episode that they've listened to. Maybe it's the first or second.
True.
So, he's got to be thinking about those guys. This week, guys, I don't have a game show or anything. I just have maybe a question or for you guys. So my question for this week is, what is your current gaming setup? With like, you can go as in-depth as you want, just talk about your desk or whatever, and I want to know your favorite part of your setup and your most embarrassing part of your gaming setup as well.
Oh.
So this could be,
this.
I've got a couple things on mine. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I am not like an in-depth computer person, and so I like don't really even know like the specs of what I'm running. I know I can find it, but like
just type specs into your search bar in the corner and it'll show up.
Okay, that's great. I have no idea what any of that means. I'm being completely honest. After I graduated college a couple of years ago, my brother actually built this computer for me because he graduated with a computer science degree. And so I don't know nothing. So you guys can go as in-depth or whatever as you want. But that's my question for you guys this week. And then, is there anything that you're looking to upgrade in 2026? Let's say that.
Okay. Very good.
Either of you guys can.
Let's go first.
Go for it, Hoyt.
You want me to? You want me to go first, Hoyt?
Sure. Ribbit.
Sorry. Oh, you want me to go first?
Heartless. If you got one, why don't you start?
Okay.
Go for it.
Sorry, I thought that's what you said.
Okay, sorry. I thought I said Hoyt go first. Sure. I'm happy to go first.
All right.
So, my computer's ancient. I built it 10 years ago, 10-ish years ago now. So I'm still running. This is the most embarrassing part of my setup. I'm still running a 980 Ti Lightning graphics card.
Holy.
It's so old,
Holy.
dude. Hey,
put that in context for me. What does that mean?
2014 maybe.
Yeah, it's old as hell. It's surprisingly still quite good though. Like the specs on it back in the day were insane when I got it. So I would say, yeah, it's been a great graphics card. It's probably next in line for upgrades. I've just been upgrading my system over the years, but I really need a rebuild at some point. But yeah, I'm on my processor's a Ryzen 5 5600, so it's also a little bit old. So I'm looking for an upgrade at some point, but I'm fairly happy with it because I mostly just play RuneScape anyway. But if I was doing a lot of like shooter games and stuff, I'd want to upgrade.
Yeah.
So that's probably the most embarrassing part of the system.
What about like desk? Anything
desk,
you got on your desktop?
I have a shitty IKEA desk.
Nice.
that needs upgraded as well. It's definitely not very nice. But the best part of my setup is by far the best is my monitor, which I just upgraded. So I got the Alienware QOLED 34-inch curved monitor. It's crazy. Would highly recommend anyone going to a curved. I used to have 2 screens, but my neck was getting sore from like watching content on one screen and like playing a game on the other. So I decided to switch over to this monitor, and it's just like one giant screen, so you can have like RuneScape size. It's also like 240 hertz, so it's a big upgrade over the 60s that I had before.
Nice.
It just makes everything smoother.
Play RuneScape on the full curved screen.
No, I have I've done it a few times to troll, but no, I have like maybe on half the screen. So it's pretty fun. It's not as good to like watch stuff, but yeah, obviously it's better for like, it's really, really good if you ever do like spreadsheets or have like sort of 2 screens open at once. The curve looks really nice for that. And it's like great for shooting games and things. So I've loved it. I have a nice-ish mic for podcasting, but we can just skip through it. But the best part on my entire computer is definitely my keyboard. It's absolutely beautiful. I custom made it 6 years ago.
Yeah, you showed me pictures of it. I like it.
Yeah, it's I don't even know how to describe it. It's so beautiful. It was
when you say custom made it though, you like didn't you like put the switches in or something? I've never done that.
Yeah, switches in, soldered it.
Wow.
Lubed the switches, which took 10 hours. Picked them out. I bought a bunch. I was like first getting into it. It's a very serious rabbit hole. There's a couple listeners I know. A couple of them. I think D Claude has a custom as well. I've seen his. I'm pretty sure it's him, but there's a few people out there. If you know, you know. It's a giant rabbit hole, and people fall way in too deep. But it's amazing, and I'm really happy I purchased it. It's so smooth, and the space bar hits like a truck every time you hit it. It's so heavy. You could kill someone with the board. It's that heavy.
What switches did you put?
I bought. What did I buy? I just bought like straight yellows. Because they're very quiet, and yeah, I just like them the most of everything that I tried. A lot of people go with like cherry reds, which are like another common linear switch.
That's all I've ever used.
If you have browns, you're a criminal. If you have blues, you're an avid. You should be locked up. But
are browns the quiet ones?
No,
I know blues
browns.
are loud as
browns
hell.
Are like so. There's like 3 types. There's like the blues, which are like ultra clicky. And people like it for the like aesthetics, but they sound quite horrible. Then there's like linears, which are just like straight switches, so they go straight down. There's no click at all. And then there are the browns, which are like kind of halfway in between the two.
Okay.
And then there's like lots of different variations. They're like slightly different, but yeah, it was. Yeah. These are the ones that I like the most. I'm probably looking to like change them at some point in the future. They do.
Nice.
It's been a few years now, but then I bought these insane keycaps for the board as well. I bought a set of GMKs, which are like the most expensive ones made in Europe. I got in way too deep. I actually did a group buy to get them, which is you have to wait for like 6 months for it to eventually have enough people to order a set. But yeah, they have like katakana on them, and they have they're like white and blue and like salmon pink. Very nice. So that's the nicest part of my setup, and that's pretty much it. I need, and I have a couple mice too. I have like one of those vertical mice. Have you guys ever tried one?
I've heard you say this. I don't know what that means.
I haven't tried one.
Okay, so I have a Logitech Pro Superlight, like wireless, which is an amazing mouse. It weighs nothing. It's really easy to use. But then sometimes I just had some maybe I was gaming too much before I started working out, and my wrist would get sore, or my forearm would get a little bit sore from like using it all the time. So I was recommended to get one of these vertical mice, and I use that now. Not all the time, but like I switch back and forth between them, and it just puts your hand in like a more natural position. So especially if you're more susceptible to like tendon injuries, which some people are, it's not a bad option. It gives you like quite a bit of relief. So
does yours have like a trackball on it?
No, it's just like a regular mouse.
Okay.
It's just vertical.
Just like a claw grip.
So like,
looks like
hot dog
it's
style.
it's like your thumb. It's like your fingers are stacked vertically rather than being horizontal.
Okay, yeah, I pulled up some pictures for the viewers. Yeah, these look cool.
What it does is it gives you, it's less pressure on the top of your tendon, because when you're clicking, you get a lot of you can get issues in your like elbow with like where your tendon is pulling on the two fingers. So it just gives some relief. And yeah, if you're gaming a lot, or like, I think I'm a little susceptible to tendon injuries. It's like in my genetics too. My dad has them all the time, so it's quite helpful to just like relieve that. So not that I'm in like a pain or anything, but it's
good.
Just if you're like skilling and stuff, it's nice to do that. So that's my setup. Overall happy with it, but there's a couple upgrades computer wise that I need to make. Yeah. What about you, Hoyt? I know you got a beastly system.
No, not really. Kind of. So I had in 2016, I built a GTX 1080 build with like the Skylake processor series. I think it was 6600K.
For some reason, I thought you just bought a 5090.
No, I did do a new build at the end of last year, but no. So I had the GTX 1080 build. I spent like $2,000 on it in 2016, and it lasted me 8 years. And the GPU has 2 fans on the bottom, and one of the fans like went out, I think at the bearing or something. So it was like askew and like hitting the plastic and being really loud. So I did the scariest thing of all time, and I actually pried it open and swapped the fans out on it. So I was really proud of that. Really easy, but nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
And no computer shops. I asked if a shop would like open and do it for me, and they're like, we don't open GPUs. Like, you're not going to find anyone who will do that. The risk is like too high, I guess, and I don't know. But
we got a surgeon.
no, it was really easy. It was just like kind of as a last resort. So then for last Black Friday in 2024, I finally said enough was enough. This thing was really showing its age. It's 8 years old. It's time. My problem is I never can just update piece by piece, because if I want a new GPU, like I need a new motherboard, I need a new CPU. Like, they're all tied together.
Yeah. So
and then by the time I'm getting all that, there's like a new version of RAM out. So I know people say the benefit of PC building is you can just upgrade one part, but I find with like the chipsets change with motherboards, and like I've never personally done it. I think I've added like, storage, but that's about it. So anyways, I did a budget build last year because I was saving up for an engagement ring. So I was like, I can't.
It's hard.
Yeah. Usually I want to spend like, I definitely go like balls to the wall and PC builds so they last 8-10 years or more. But this time I was like, I have to be smart. I'm going to try to do it for like 1100. So I did my first AMD build. You get more juice for the squeeze with AMD. But at the highest end, I would prefer to do Intel and NVIDIA. But anyways, so I built the CPU is a Ryzen 7 7700X, 4.5 gigahertz, 8 core, and then the GPU is a Radeon RX 7800 XT. So 7800 video card, 7700 CPU. So I look at the high end, and then I take it down like 2 notches on the benchmark, and that's usually the sweet spot for what I can afford. So
Nice.
I built this one for around 1100 or so, and it's been really great. Outside of that, I am always running 2 monitors. That's a must. My primary monitor is pretty good. It's 2K resolution, 144 frames. So there's definitely room for improvement there. Then my secondary monitor is probably the most embarrassing. It's like over a decade old, but it's 144 hertz, 1080p. So, yeah, I had a 2K monitor on the side that was 60 hertz, but it just died on me, and it had enough of the years.
People often get bottlenecked by their monitors, even though they have insane computers.
Yeah, so
I
my
had a
primary
friend that
monitor's good.
had a 5090, but he was running on a 60 hertz, 1080p.
Yeah, it's criminal.
Oh, why?
What are you doing, brother? It's time to upgrade.
Thankfully, the second monitor is just for Discord and movies and spreadsheets, so
matters less than
1080p is fine, but
Yeah.
it is 144 hertz if I want it. Outside of that, I have a Ducky keyboard with red switches. I like it. I got the minimalist one, like, what did I call it, 60% or something, Heartless, without the numpad?
60 has no arrow keys.
Yeah, I have none of that,
And
which
no F
sometimes
keys.
sucks.
I have
But
a
it's so
60.
nice to just be
I have a
small.
65. It has the arrows. It's quite nice. But yeah, 60s are cool as well.
Okay, yeah, so I got the 60s, and then I did get a nice mouse. My old one died. I got a Logitech G, the Pro gaming mouse, just the OG one. They're pretty pricey, but I love it.
It's worth getting.
I got some new speakers. Yeah, new speakers, and then I have these Sennheiser 598 headphones, and the ear pads, like, just were done after a decade of abuse. So I actually ordered new ear pads and swapped them out instead of getting new ones. So
nice.
I was proud.
Headphones are another good thing to invest in. Are yours open back or no?
They're open back, which I love.
Yeah, mine are too. I wasn't sure that I would like them, but I'm obsessed with them. So basically, headphones, if you don't know, there's closed back, which means they have hard plastic over the outside of the ear, so everything sort of like the sound will reverberate. But in open back headphones, it's just a mesh, so you can hear everything that's going on outside of you. The sound quality is usually quite a bit better. And I have never gone back, honestly. They're amazing. I got 6 Sennheiser 660, so they're very similar to yours, Hoyt.
Yeah. And then lastly, I would like a standing desk. I don't know how much I'd use it, but I like the idea because I work from a desk and then all my hobbies are from a desk, so I could use some standing up. So
Nice.
That was it from me. What about you, Poplo?
Yeah, I'm gonna go a little bit of a different direction because, like I said, I don't all my specs.
His
rattle off some numbers.
15-year-old Apple laptop.
So I got me
So,
Chromebook.
okay, I
got
did
me
when I was in
Chromebook,
college.
bud.
I was gaming on a Mac for a while,
Yes.
and I was playing
Yeah.
League on the Mac trackpad. That's how down bad I was. And then I bought like a $3 Chinese mouse, like wireless Chinese.
No wonder
mouse.
you were bronze for so
Average
long.
college.
Hey,
setup.
whoa, who said that? Don't leak, man. Come on. But yeah, we're in an apartment, so obviously I'm upstairs in kind of our office here, and got 2 monitors. The desk I did splurge on. I got a pretty nice desk. I can't even remember where I got it from, but it's got like a gray wood top and metal like legs. So I really like my desk. The first one that I got, like I built almost all of it, and then I took the main part of it, like the top shelf basically that you put everything on. I spent hours building it, and then I took that out of the box and had a big crack all down the middle. And so I had to disassemble everything and like send it all back to get a new one. And so that was depressing. But let's see what else. I just upgraded my mic thanks to the boys here, giving me recommendations for podcasting. And I'll say my favorite part of my setup is not really having to do with PC or anything, but obviously there's a picture of my wife and I on my desk, so I gotta say that. But next to that, I have, that's my favorite part. Close second part is the 2 coasters that I use. You know when you're like dating and like the girl wants to like go to a pottery shop and paint pottery or something like that, and like I'm not all about that. I'm like, fine, I'll go because I want to hang out with you. But like, what am I gonna? I'm gonna make another mug. Like, I don't know. So what I did was I found some little like ring holder plates, like porcelain plates, and I painted them. One of them to be a Pokeball, and one of them is like a Smash Ball from Super Smash Bros. And they turned out both super good. So those are my coasters that I use on my desk. And then the most embarrassing part of my setup is what's on the other side. It's like kind of hiding behind my second monitor, but it's embarrassing, but I love it. One of my favorite, I've always said, this is going way down the rabbit hole, but my favorite Disney princess is Hey Hey from Moana. I would say that's my favorite Disney princess, the chicken. Have you guys seen that movie?
Yeah.
I love Hey Hey. So I would say that's my favorite. And my sister actually made me a glass frame and painted Hey Hey on it. And so that's I've got like a framed picture of Hey Hey on my desk. So that's one of my favorite parts of the.
No pictures of me or Heartless, huh?
Nope, no pictures of you guys.
Wow.
Soon.
Wow.
I wouldn't get anything done if I had you guys on my desk. So.
True.
But yeah, that's mostly my setup. So.
Very good.
I think I'm looking forward to upgrading in this next year would be my headphones because yeah, they're just kind of falling apart. They're old. They're still decent. I have some, I don't know, Corsair something. But looking forward to upgrading those here in a little bit.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Nice.
All
right.
Cool. Anything else that you guys wanted to add before we wrap this baby up?
Oh, it's another heavy one. My goodness.
Yeah, it's another beefy
hefty
one. That was unexpected.
Yeah.
Unexpected
Cool.
heft
Right.
coming from Hoyt.
Cool. Well, thanks for listening, guys. We're excited to continue this in the new year.
Yep.
And if there's anything else, then we will see you next year.
See ya.
Thank you, guys.